Onara.
Okay, Onara.
You gotta roll the R a little bit.
I was so bad at rolling R's in Spanish, dude. I don't know. Onara.
Just like a single R, like just lick your tongue, like Onara.
Onara. Onara.
Close enough.
Okay, fair enough. I'll work on it. Okay, so I know how to say bark in Japanese. Yeah, he sounds perfectly fine, and so does the game, so I don't know what happened.
So what I think is what happens is that there might have been like it might be like something to do with your ears, or like you might have noticed something and hyper fixated on it, or there was something wrong on that day.
I don't know. I as a person who I would like to think that hearing is my most sensitive and best sense. I feel like I did not imagine it and was not hyper.
I know. As much as
I'm pretty sure that. No, I see what you're saying. I am pretty confident that there was something different, but it's not different anymore. So I guess it doesn't matter.
I know it's one of those things where like this is the perfect situation to gaslight film. This is literally what gaslighting would.
Onara actually means you're a bitch. Steven's gaslighting.
This is the exact setup someone used to gaslight someone. Where like something legitimate happens. Here's the thing. I think I remember when I did put it in. I remember it's like I think it sounds fine, but I could see what he's talking about. Where it would sound a bit weird.
All I know is I've used these headphones for the longest time that we streamed. They sounded different on that day, and they don't sound that way anymore. So actually, they sounded differently on a couple days because they sounded differently for a Danganronpa stream and a Xenoblade stream. So if we get the Xenoblade, you know, the following Monday, and it sounds fine, then I'm gonna say, yeah, I definitely noticed something, but it must have gotten fixed some way or another.
By the way, the mics have been hot since Steven started talking about Japanese.
Okay, so now chat knows how to say fart in Japanese. Great.
Very cool.
Hello, chat.
Hello, chat.
If you're a real one, say bark in Japanese. Look like 60 streams from now.
What the fuck?
Look at this Among Us. He's dancing. Where's Danganronpa? There it is. There you go. We got an investigation to finish. Then we got a trial to do.
Steven, I want you to know that I missed your Kibo voice so much last stream that
I'm sorry.
Anytime Kibo talked, I put my hand over my mouth and I did my best to replicate it, and it didn't work. But that's what I did. I don't know if we'll need it this time because we're so close to the trial, and I don't think Kibo's coming into the virtual world.
I think he might be.
So is he? Okay. So I need to go.
Oh, yeah, Steven, do you have chat open, or it's fine if you don't? There's a guy that commented something in Japanese.
Meanwhile, Kibo is on screen. Wow, I guess he is here.
Yeah, you don't have to be. It's just I think Gravity's just being a little silly. But also high Gravity. I could just ask him.
Maybe he said Onara. 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 I don't know. Would that be two characters?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you set?
Luigi, can you please come with me?
Like, oh, I was about to say you're setting up voice bot, aren't you?
What happened?
What happened?
I found something strange. I don't know if it's relevant to the case, but I want to hear your opinion regardless. It's right this way.
This is toilet paper, right? Why would it be in a place like this?
That's right.
It's cold here.
Huh? Which means...
My initial thought was that someone may have come here to defecate.
No.
No, I don't think that's it. I don't think avatars have bowel movements. I don't have to go at all.
Huh?
I didn't realize that. It never occurred to me. I do not need to expel solid waste in the real world. I'm sorry.
Ah.
Wait.
But...
It's still strange. Why would toilet paper be in a place like this? Could this be related to the case? That is weird that there's just toilet paper.
Well, you remember you checked the bathroom the first time you came into the virtual world? and they made a comment about the toilet paper because
Yeah.
she said you can't destroy anything in here. So like, I wonder if you could tear the toilet paper.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it.
That's effectively a rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is. It's just a long strand.
Long strand of very flat rope.
My apologies.
Oh boy, I get the fucking blow up the smoker
I
voice.
apologize for earlier.
No need to apologize. I'm not quite certain why he's apologizing anyway.
I knew it was going to be like this, but brr, it's fucking cold.
If it's snowing this much, any clues might get buried. Yeah. Maybe that's what the culprit wanted. I wanted.
Huh? Why is the bridge here? How the hell did you get out?
What?
Hey, so
Hey, isn't that the signboard that Mew threw into the river? What's my hand slap?
you know,
It's not some other signboard, right? She said there's only one of them.
No.
It's definitely the same. I brought back the one that was stuck on the rocks in the river.
Ah.
Oh, so that's what happened.
But
But there's something bothering me. The rocks that the signboard got caught on weren't on the chapel side of the map. They were on the mansion side. What about that bothers you? You just got washed from the chapel to the mansion, right? I went hick for a second there.
Yeehaw.
Hee-haw, cowboy. Magic cowboy.
Yeehaw! I'm Monokuma of the West.
Oh god, there's a thought. There's probably one of those Monokuma theaters. There's probably one where he's like Clint Eastwood or something.
Yeah, I'm Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood.
I'm gonna be honest, you just sound like SpongeBob. All you have to do is Western Monokuma and you got SpongeBob.
ready.
Literally. From the chapel to the mansion. That's odd. The flow of the river.
Shuichi,
Hey, think later, bro. Let's get moving.
All right.
There he goes.
For now, we need to investigate the scene. Okay. Is there anything different over here at all? Okay, not before the loading zone.
as I thought.
Oh, Mew's outside.
There's her body. We got a Steven line.
It seems the crime has not been altered since I found her.
so
So there's no possibility that someone tried to tamper with the crime scene afterwards.
Yeah, that's for sure. Just like how we left it. Sad. I'm pretty confident in my memory. I memorized a magic spell that would take a whole year just to chant.
What?
If you think I'm lying, I could start the chant right now, you know?
Unfortunately.
No, thank you. I do not think I could wait a whole year.
A logged out avatar disappears, but if the real body dies, the avatar remains unchanged.
Actually,
Look at all this stuff scattered around. What happened here? What the hell happened here? Fuck, I missed my window to say that. That's where we're gonna start investigating right now. Isn't that right, Shuichi?
Okay.
You're right!
Sound like a lion.
Sound like Soul Bad Guy. This is a hammer.
Gun flame.
Why would there be a hammer in this world?
I rewrote the programming to delete all dangerous objects that can be used as weapons.
Mew said she deleted dangerous objects. I can't imagine she'd miss a hammer. Was Mew lying? But why would she lie?
Why would Mew lie about the virtual world?
Is this a cell phone? There are cell phones in this world? But what could they be for?
No.
Ah, that's it. It's a phone, so...
A cell phone. I can't believe there's something like this here.
Ah.
Kaito, perfect timing. I'd like you to help me out with something. I just want to test something out.
Come on, man.
Help you out?
Of course.
I'd never say no to a favor from my sidekick.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kaito.
You know,
So what do you need me for?
Is that all right?
You don't have to do anything. You just have to stand here.
I just gotta stand here?
Kaito Momota.
Ah!
I knew it.
It logged out, just as I thought. Kaito's fucking dead. This can be used to log out just like the phone in the salon. And this proves it doesn't have to be the person themselves. If you just say their name, Mr. White, you can log out anyone you like.
All right.
I see. Thanks to Kaito's help, I'm starting to pin this down. I bet Kaito was pretty surprised when he logged out all of a sudden.
Oops.
I should probably apologize for that later. Sorry, bro.
You're a fucking dick, sidekick.
Mew's avatar is frozen, collapsed in the snow. A logged out avatar disappears, but if the real body dies, the avatar remains. Makes sense for a killing game simulator. If the body disappeared, we could investigate. So Mew logged out Kaito before the murder, but why? Well, I mean, that could have happened, yes, but what's more likely is that Kokichi was in the salon where the payphone was, right? And so he could have just picked up the phone and logged Kaito out while he was in that room to throw suspicion onto him, because Kokichi was definitely trying to throw Kaito, bless you, under the bus in the real world after we all woke up. He was trying to throw as much suspicion on him as possible, based on like circumstantial evidence and based on the fact that he got logged out early. So it's very likely Kokichi.
Puppy.
But it's technically possible that it's Mew. It's also possible that Mew logged herself or someone else out at some point. I don't know. Although I guess not.
Why not?
Because of the log. The login, log out log. Not to be clever. So apparently it was confirmed from fucking Monotaro that it was not modified and that it was 100% accurate. So that means that Kaito was definitely the first one to log off. So someone did log him off, and it was either Mew or Kokichi, but it's more likely Kokichi.
But she could have done it remotely.
She could have, but I guess it's possible Kokichi saw Kaito get logged out and took advantage of it. He is the evil supreme leader. I can see him doing that. So I guess that's something we should keep in mind now that I think about it. The avatars never show injuries, so they stay the same. She still looks almost alive.
But
Her face is so pretty here, isn't it? It's hard to believe she's dead.
Okay.
Yeah. Is this a piece of lattice? Why is it here?
There's no product here. What the fuck is this for?
What the fuck is lattice? Is that like a grate?
I think it's a palette.
It's the lattice is like the it's like slatted boards that usually go up a wall.
Yeah, you know those
like
you know
growing
those
plants.
vineyards or whatever, like vines that grow through like pieces of wood. The pieces of wood that like form a pattern, that's a lattice.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
That's
Thanks,
why
guys.
I said. That's why recently I confused this for like just a palette, because look, it's got the same shape as one.
Smoogie saw Mew outside the mansion when Mew was supposed to be at the chapel. Yeah, and we heard Shuichi heard Kibo. Shuichi and Smoogie both heard Kibo right outside of the mansion when they should have been over here next to the chapel as well. So there's a couple things that don't add up that might have to do with the way the game is made, the way the virtual world is made, or something like that. That's what I'm assuming, but there's definitely some mysteries there. Yeah, that is a mysterious object. It's a wooden mat. It's used to be common in bathrooms.
yeah?
I didn't see anything like it at the chapel. Where did it come from? Ooh. Not from the chapel. Then why is it here? Hey, I just figured it out with my magic.
Huh?
You did?
I see.
Maybe someone used that instead of the signboard to cross the river? That someone is the culprit.
No.
I don't think so. The river's current is pretty fast. Even if you did use it to cross, there's no reason it would be here. I know that. I was just testing you a little.
I should just get a spoon at this point. It's
Why would
probably
you
good
want
for
to
the
test
mic.
me? Last chapter, Kyo could have gotten away with Angie's murder if he hadn't killed Tenko. Yeah, but that's the thing. The whole point was that Angie's murder wasn't what he wanted. He wanted to kill someone during the seance.
Yeah, because he's crazy and kooky. I almost said Monokuma.
But what does this mean? What's something like this doing here?
It would completely portray his motive if he didn't kill Tenko through the murder, because that was the reason why he wanted to do it.
I mean, the sad thing is, it's not a bad excuse, right? But instead of coloring his character the way they did, they could have made out Kyo to be kind of like an obsessive compulsive in some way, right? I feel like that would have been more appropriate, especially considering his background, as opposed to making him, you know, insane in the weirdest way possible.
An Andy in the coffin in the Andy type of guy.
Yeah.
A sister fucker who thinks he absorbed his dead sister's ghost.
That is why I said the coffin of Andy.
A weirdo.
Yeah,
His motive was literally the same as Mikan's. There was parallels, but Mikan was more like a corrupted individual who, you know, like many people in her class, were good people at heart, but were, you know, literally victims of Junko and Ishima. I think Kyo was just a victim of bad writing. But I mean, it's okay. It's all right. There's worse things in Danganronpa.
Sometimes you just have to have a crazy guy that murders people in the crazy people murdering game.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, sure. I'm more surprised that he kept it in for so long. Didn't
Well-
show any other signs of it until the murder.
Yeah, I don't know. You could make that argument about Toko in Danganronpa 1 to an extent.
That was
Did you
only
ever
until
hang
chapter
out
2.
with Kyo? Maybe
True.
you would have noticed it more if you had spent like.
Maybe. I don't know. Because some Danganronpa characters, they reveal certain details about their backgrounds, or none at all. Like, fucking, well, that's not true.
I don't know, like, even if he didn't reveal stuff, if you ever, like, caught him without his mask on. Because that's what, like, triggered his weird personality shifts.
That's true. I don't know, it's a good question. Maybe there would be some foreshadowing there. It would be worth checking out in the post game when we can level up with them.
Slash said the most understandable of the case 3 motives. Yeah, money, because she fucking loves money. She loves gambling.
I mean, without using a general, like a sweeping statement like most, I will say Celeste had a very understandable motive. I don't know. There's too many semantics. I want to get back to the semantics on screen. I'm not positive why this lattice is left
Also,
here, but
Steven left to go do something, so...
I'm sure that must have something to do with the case.
Back on voicing keyboard ourselves.
Damn it. Currently wanting to get out was flawed because the worst, most awful, most despair-inducing event in human history might have killed humanity.
I don't know, that still doesn't leave hope for, you know, to save the whatever is left.
She also doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing about Monokuma's. First of all, that's the thing about Monokuma's reveals and motives is they tell you they don't tell you everything, right? They tell you just enough to rile you up and get you this idea of like, oh man, I need to act fast, or I need to act drastic, or I need to kill someone now. Like it forcing you into a corner, making you feel like you have to make a choice, like you need to make the choice to become the Blackened because that's the only way out. That's what the point of the motives is. So if she knew every detail, she probably would have bided her time a little bit. Maybe. But that's the other thing, because if you're inside a school, your memory is wiped, and someone's like, oh yeah, and the world ended. Do you believe them? Or do you go, no, you're a crazy stuffed fucking bear. I'm getting out of here because what's important to me is in danger right now. You're more likely you're gonna go with the second one. It's more pragmatic.
I mean, you wouldn't know it simply.
You really wouldn't.
Memory.
There's too many variables. There's too much crazy stuff going on. Yeah, exactly. Sayaka, I mean, if all the people, or think about Makoto, right? It would seem implied that Makoto's family is dead, right? Empty, ransacked house in the exact same like angle.
To be fair,
as the one that he saw his family in.
To be fair, his sister was abducted, and we know she's alive. So they really could have just abducted them and then moved, and then later trashed the house for the scene.
But also, they could have killed their parents. That's a concept they play with in Ultra Despair Girls, and it's ultimately left like gray. Nobody really knows the whereabouts. Komaru ends up having to just be like, well, I hope that they're alive, and I'm gonna keep searching for them. And it's never fully explained.
Don't worry, we'll use it for Ultra Despair Girls too.
Don't. Although you could, and just make Ultra Despair Girls like a good game. So, I don't know, the point is, the gray area is a powerful tool that Monokuma and the game itself uses as a way to keep the characters interested and you, the player, interested. So you can't really damn people retrospectively without, like, thinking about the bigger picture. Sakura's case was also just super sad. So there's a lot of things to unpack there. That was a very specific situation.
Let's get going.
Sorry, I like the game.
I know.
Today, I feel like I explored everything here.
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh, that reminds me. You can't leave footprints in the snow, can you?
You're right.
It looks that way. This is a killing game simulator.
yeah.
It's probably because footprints in the snow would make fighting the culprit too easy. So now the snow probably isn't a clue for this case.
Hey,
Hey, Emiko, could you tell me about when you found Mew one more time? Yeah, we were looking for the secret of the outside world at the chapel. But since Mew volunteered to check outside the chapel, she was separated from us. A while after we started the search, we heard a really loud sound outside. Something must have hit the wall of the chapel really hard. We felt it all the way from inside. Something hit the chapel wall? So we all rushed outside to check the side of the chapel, and we found Mew's avatar. And then we all tried to go to the mansion to log out and check Mew's real body. But when we got to the river, the bridge was gone for some reason. Then while we were standing around wondering what to do, you guys showed up.
thank you.
Thank you, I got it. Must be some clue in that account. Beep boop. What's wrong, Kibo? Is something bothering you?
Well,
I just remembered something. I think the whispering I overheard might be relevant to this case.
You heard whispering?
yes.
Yes, I did not intend to eavesdrop, but I did hear it. Shortly before we gathered at the chapel and dispersed to begin searching.
Oh yeah, before we split up, I want to ask you something, Mew.
It would seem Kokichi and Mew had made plans to meet each other.
Huh?
Meet each other?
Yes.
Kokichi was confirming the specific place they were supposed to meet. I couldn't hear the whole conversation, but I'm certain the rooftop was mentioned.
Then those two met on the rooftop.
Well,
But it's strange, right? If they were planning to meet on the mansion's rooftop, why didn't you volunteer to search the area around the chapel?
You're right.
That is true. If they were meeting on the roof, she would have wanted to search the mansion.
Either way, she shouldn't have been able to get to the rooftop. She was searching the area around the chapel, which is where we found her avatar. And with no bridge to cross the river, she could not have gotten from the chapel to the mansion.
That's true.
How'd she do it?
Something is strange about all this. I don't know. She did it somehow. Okay, I finished my investigation of this area.
Shuichi.
Shuichi, it would seem that we're finished investigating this place.
Okay.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Hey, there's something I wanted to ask. Can our avatars hide objects?
It seems like you just put stuff in your clothes here too, just like the real world.
I see. Just like the real world.
Yeah?
So, what are we gonna do next? Are we going back to the real world already? Before that, there's one more place I have to investigate. The mansion rooftop. What about the chapel?
Very well then.
The place Mew and Kokichi were supposed to meet. The place Kaito logged out. I'm positive it has something to do with this case. There should be clues there.
I don't really get it, but if you want to investigate, let's go do that, Shuichi.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Shuichi, everyone is counting on you, including myself.
Shuichi!
Please give the class trial everything you've got and see us through to the end. And I'll do my best as well, of course.
I'm getting water bottles. You want some?
I'm good. Thank you, though. And I as well. I can at least do that. I'm a detective, after all. All I know is if I can make it to the class trial, I should be good. Why am I not investigating the chapel? I feel like I should be. Oh well. Oh well.
Shuichi!
Well, fuck, I'm not gonna voice Kaito for a while. I'm just gonna wait for him to get back. Honestly, this music's really good. I really like the synthesizers. I really like all the keys, actually. And the percussion in the background, the bass. I don't know, it's just a really good track. Cole, are you doing all right?
Yeah.
Are you hanging in there?
Yeah, the first test read positive, and the second test is almost done, but it's
Oh,
looking
look, see,
like
I already
half
have to
open.
voice a character. Hey, Shuichi, what the hell was that all about?
Well, that's good to know.
Sorry.
Ah, Kaito, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to see if you could log out using the cell phone.
Jeez.
For reference, Cole, did you tell them anything about what's going on?
A coworker got me sick, and she tested positive for COVID, so I'm waiting on my test to finish right now.
Yeah, so he's just hanging out. So if anyone shows up, you know, give your thoughts for Cole right now.
Shit, he's not dying.
You're trying not to
Give
say,
your thoughts and prayers for
I was
Cole.
about to say I'm not trying.
It
to
was
say,
nice knowing him.
I was trying to say thoughts.
Like Christ, man.
Trying to say thoughts and prayers, but you know.
I mean, I
But-
do have asthma. COVID could kill me.
Keep him in your thoughts, you know.
Then tell me first, that was bad for my heart. I suddenly got logged out and I panicked and ran back here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Stop it.
Come on now. That's enough. Don't interfere with the investigation.
You know,
I wasn't interfering. Wait, why'd you guys come back here? Did you already finish investigating?
I wanted to investigate the rooftop next.
Huh? What's important about the rooftop? Wasn't Mew at the chapel the whole time? We found her on the ground next to it. No, let's believe Shuichi's reasoning.
It'll be okay.
Shuichi can do it for sure. He's the ultimate detective after all.
If you're gonna be like that, then do what you want. Investigate the rooftop or whatever.
Wait, he really did just say rooftop in that last one.
I love catching typos in these games. It's funny.
But Shuichi is my sidekick. In other words, his deductions are my deductions. And my deductions are his.
Hey now.
What are you, some credit-stealing bully?
I mean,
Well, I'm gonna investigate Mew's avatar since I got interrupted last time.
Sorry. Well then.
Well then, let's go to the rooftop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
Wait for me. So, I just realized that this is starting to add up a little bit because Kaito was on the rooftop. So it looks like Kaito was definitely set up, right? Because it was either Kokichi or Mew. I believe it was Mew. I believe Kokichi was like, Mew should split everyone up because she knows the world, right? And Mew is the one who's like, all right, Kaito, you got the rooftop. And Kaito's like, I don't want to do the rooftop. It's cold up there. And she's like, fuck you. So he got the rooftop. And Mew and Kokichi had to have been in cahoots because they both knew that they were going to meet at the rooftop. So surely they both knew what was going to happen there. So it didn't really matter that Mew had a cell phone or that Kokichi had, the payphone or whatever. The point is, they both had phones. Either of them could have sent Kaito off the rooftop because they both knew that they wanted to meet up there alone. And I bet they did. And I'm wondering if that might have something to do with the murder and maybe Kokichi is involved in some way. I don't know. But this is starting to paint some kind of picture. It's kind of interesting.
This border makes it feel like every time it's a cutscene.
Oh, the border, I don't even notice it, to be honest. It's a pretty small border, honestly.
How you not to run up sauced up sex and now she's dead. What? How you not to run up on sauced up? I don't get it. I don't get it. I can't read that. Also, hi, Firewall.
Hold. You not to run up on sauced up Saxon. Now she's dead.
Oh, told you not to run up on sauced up.
Oh.
That's probably one. Yep.
Who or what the fuck is sauced up Saxon?
What is this kid like? What is this new internet lingo that I don't know?
Oh, it's an anagram. It's an acronym for sus. I get it. How have you guys been? Pretty good.
I slept it. I'm running off of like 12 hours, really like 6 hours and like 3 hours of nap. Wait, that's not how. Oh fuck.
William overslept.
For those curious, I do have COVID.
Damn. I'm sorry. Well, hopefully you get over it quickly. It's good that it doesn't feel too bad.
You haven't caught it before, so that means you're not going to snowball into a worse COVID.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be okay.
Sorry.
But, damn, that does suck, though.
Oh, Steven has to go babysit his dog. Mom's dog. That's fine.
I've been good, Firewall.
I'm waiting on a body pillow.
I'm still playing guitar.
You
have laryngitis?
Dude, you remember?
Let's go! Everyone's sick!
Remember that? There's this comic where, like, Spider-Man is doing his daily diligence around New York. He's beating up bad guys, and all the bad guys are like, "What's wrong, Spider-Man? Anything wrong with a horse-themed villain?" And he's just standing there, ready to beat him up. And then after he, like, turns him into the officer, Spider-Man's like, "Thank you for your kind work, officer. I have laryngitis."
Yeah. Yeah, he whispers in very tiny speech bubbles. It's pretty great.
I love that fucking comic.
I hope that you get over whatever the hell caused your laryngitis real quick like Firewall. I'm sorry. Who's Larry and why is he in my gitis? You and Kokichi were supposed to meet on this very rooftop. And the person in charge of searching this area, Kaito, was forcibly logged out.
That's true.
This area must have something to do with the case. Why is everyone looking in different directions away from me? This is freaking me out. It's Larry Butts! That's a good one. That's a good response. That's a good one. I like that. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Kibo, did you find anything?
This is difficult. There's nothing here that seems to resemble a clue. But Mew should have arranged to meet with Kokichi here. I thought we could at least confirm whether or not she really came to the rooftop. But unfortunately, there are no clues which indicate that.
Did Mew ever come to the rooftop? That is an important question. Do you think you could get up and down from this roof from outside the mansion?
Well,
No, that would have been very difficult. This rooftop is rather high. Even the edge of the roof is roughly the height of a 3 to 4 story building.
you're right.
Yes, certainly too high to jump.
As I thought.
Which means it would have been impossible to climb up from the outside.
That means that the only way to this rooftop is the stairs. But we have toilet paper on the right side of the mansion, which...
It's basically rope.
But why was it on the right side? Did she get... Maybe she came up the left side, which is why Samugi saw her? Because, you know, the left side is where the fucking kitchen, dining room, whatever the hell is, where Samugi and I were. And then maybe she climbed down on the right side, which is why the toilet paper was left behind there. I don't know. That is kind of weird. But the toilet paper was definitely used as rope. Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, shit. I see.
Hey,
What's wrong, Samugi?
Look at the doorknob. It's locked.
Ah, it is. It's a thumb turn lock. Easy to lock.
But
It seems like you can't lock it unless you're on the outside. For some reason, I went Boston for a second there. What the hell? The keyhole is on this side of the door. Isn't it usually the other way around?
no.
Not necessarily. I've seen this before. To prevent you from locking yourself out.
I see.
Is that so?
This rooftop has a lock on the door. That is important information. What's wrong, Himiko?
Okay.
When murders happen in a mansion in the snow like this, there are always locked room mysteries created up by piled up snow. Isn't that right?
Is toilet paper as rough and coarse as real rope? And if yes, that must... No. In this reality, in the video game, no objects can break. So if a toilet paper cannot tear, it is essentially just a rope.
But it will still probably feel about as soft as toilet paper.
I know, William, I know. I don't know.
It's true. He's the Danganronpa head. That's why he's here. I feel like, well, I like your bit, and I was going to actually comment that I feel like the toilet paper would be kind of hard to grip because I feel like it would still be kind of flimsy and soft like toilet paper.
I think it's a little thin.
It would definitely be thin. But the fact that it still doesn't break, I don't know, it would be very interesting, for sure. Very interesting material. It's disappointing that you can't leave footprints on the snow in this world. I thought I had it all figured out. That's something to be disappointed about.
But if you want to make a snowman, you can't make a snowman.
Might not be directly connected to the case, but I should inspect these binoculars. I can see that this building is on top of a hill. And I can't see past this point because it's the map loading point. That is strange. Why would the map loading point be right in the middle of the world? Something doesn't seem right.
I don't know, it's kind of perfectly logical if it's just two frames.
Well, it seems too convenient that it's separating the two houses, though, which is, I think, why Shuichi smells something. A storage room. It's a little different than how I remember. It feels as if something is missing. But I wasn't paying close enough attention the first time, so I don't remember. I don't remember other, but I'm assuming the lattice was here, and now it's not. But you know what they say about assuming. I've inspected everything here. All that's left now is...
There you are, I was looking for you.
Huh?
Maki, why are you here? I thought you were analyzing the program.
Told you.
Monotaro finished analyzing the program, so he told me to gather everyone.
He finished.
Shuichi!
We should probably head back then. Our investigation here is pretty much done, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. I've investigated everything I needed to.
Shuichi!
Well then, we'll head back first.
I don't wanna.
I don't want to say goodbye to my avatar. It's so cute.
Did you like it that much?
Yeah.
You did?
We should go too.
Hey,
What's wrong?
Ew.
Well, you're definitely more reliable in a class trial than out. All the others think so too.
huh?
What?
Well,
I'm not trying to sound like Kaito, but I don't think you should carry all the burden alone. You're Shuichi Saihara. Before you're a detective. Don't ever forget that. Well, I shouldn't be talking. I threw away my identity as Maki Hirakawa to be an assassin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maki.
How kawaii when they have that little note.
That was sweet. Wow, Maki actually feels. That's great. That's character development. Was she being considerate just now? Fucking wild.
What the hell, Shuichi?
Damn, that bitch is crazy. She feels things. I remember when I used to feel things.
Back when I was a part of the mob. The cosplay mob.
The cosplay mob. Before the cosplay.
I was a Fujoshi back in the war.
You don't want to get me started on the yaoi paddlers.
I was a fine yaoi paddler.
In training.
I honed my craft at the age of 12 and I kept typing on Wattpad.
I had a DeviantArt and everything. It's just you and me. We should log out too.
by the way,
Did something happen between you and Kaito?
Huh?
What?
well,
When he logged out a little while ago, he looked like he was in a bad mood.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. That's probably my fault.
well,
I don't know what happened between you and Kaito, but that idiot is simple, so I'm sure he'd forgive you if you just apologized.
Shuichi Saihara.
That was so close. I think I thought for a second I balked one of the cables.
It's the Xbox.
I pulled the device off my head and the real world appeared before me.
Shuichi!
Well, Shuichi, isn't the real world way better than some virtual reality? Anyway, I felt so lonely without you around. Apologize for making me feel in love.
Hey!
Hey, there's something I wanted to ask you. I totally didn't draw anything on your tummy while you were logged in, okay?
Huh?
What?
It's a lie.
I'm kidding. So what was it you wanted to ask?
Is that alright?
You planned to meet Mew on the roof, right? Did you end up meeting her? Oh, so you know about that, Shuichi. Impressive, Mr. Ultimate Detective.
Okay.
Then I'll tell you what happened. I never met up with Mew. I couldn't get to the rooftop because it was locked.
Huh?
Locked. After, I gave up and went back to the salon to search for the secret of the outside world. Is that true, Kokiji? Huh? Are you doubting me?
Yeah,
Sorry, my mic stand is a little loose and on the desk. Or the C-clamp that holds it on the desk is rather, so I'm fixing it real quick. I meant to do this earlier, but I forgot, and I was halfway done.
That's...
Can someone verify that you were at the salon the entire time? Did you meet anyone there? No, I don't have a witness.
right?
But you can also say there's no witness who can prove I wasn't there.
Hey!
Gotcha, bitch. Unless you saw the salon empty yourself.
Anyway,
Well, it's up to you whether you want to believe me or not.
Shuichi!
But you shouldn't doubt me like that. We're partners. Which one is it? Did Kokichi meet with Mew or not? Is he lying or telling the truth? Which is it? And what the time of death indicated in the Monokuma file. Mew was killed while we were still in the virtual world. Oh, fuck. Can I apologize to Kaito?
First you log me out, and now we get called out by Monotaro because he needs to tell us something. I wasn't able to finish investigating Mew's avatar again. What are we gonna do? I can't clear my name like this.
Oh, damn, he's mad.
Well,
Ask Monotaro for the results of the analysis. I don't know the details yet either.
Okay, so I guess we're all gonna find out at the same time.
Hey!
I've been waiting for you, Shuichi. I'm sure Maki already told you, but I finally finished analyzing the program.
Okay.
I'm starting to put together a lot of important facts, so here they are.
He really is trying to be our friend. A little bit, at least.
So,
First, the person who tampered with this program was Mommy, like we suspected. Mommy has an eccentric way of writing her code, so I knew it was her right away. Every coder leaves her mark. I guess her personality wasn't the only eccentric thing about her.
got a minute?
So what did she tamper with?
A few things, but I'll share the first one with you.
so,
Looks like Mommy deleted a lot of objects from this killing game simulator. She said that she deleted anything that could be used as a weapon. But in that case, why is there a hammer?
okay.
That's true. Only the hammer was left. But why was it left? The way the program was written makes it seem like she did it on purpose.
On purpose, huh?
Then,
Did she add anything? We found a cell phone in the virtual world. No, that cell phone was an original feature of the program.
That implies Mew hid that fact from us, which means...
All Mommy added were the 2 maps. The rest was already part of the program.
by the way,
While we're talking about objects, I wanted to ask you something. We used the signboard to cross the river, but could we have used something else as a bridge? I didn't really see anything that could have been used as a bridge to cross the river.
So only that signboard could have been used as a bridge.
So, what's the next thing she tampered with?
okie dokie.
Well, it looks like she also tampered with certain parameters of the program. Parameters? Everything in that program is categorized as either a human or a non-human object. Of course, everyone's avatar was assigned the human parameter,
Really?
but for some reason, Mommy gave her avatar the non-human object parameter.
That's
And what happens when you become an object? Well, the difference is only for identification purposes, so it probably didn't affect anything.
Well,
But if it didn't affect anything, then why would she have gone out of the way to do that?
ah.
I don't know. Perhaps that has something to do with the next thing she tampered with.
So,
Mommy added a wall that didn't originally exist in the program. The coordinates of the virtual world are represented on an x-axis and a y-axis. And it seems Mommy added a wall that runs the length of the y-axis.
Huh?
She created an additional wall?
There were walls in all 4 directions, and 2 down the y-axis.
hey,
But you're positive there was only one.
okay.
Yep, definitely the one.
What does that mean? Which wall was the one Mew added? What was the world like originally? You said there wasn't anything past the wall. Was that another lie?
Also, looks like that extra wall was given a special setting. A setting that allows non-human objects to pass through it.
It allows objects through.
I see.
I see, that's very interesting.
Hey,
So, are those all the things she tampered with?
ah.
Oh, there's one more thing. So, one of you guys also had a strange setting given to their avatar.
Huh?
A strange setting.
Okay.
Yeah, the setting made it so they would be unable to move if Mommy touched them.
Then,
So, if Mew touched them, their avatar would be paralyzed.
hey,
Who was it?
oh.
Ah, it was Kokichi. It's me? I didn't know that. Well, duh, I wouldn't know. I never touched Mew in that world. Yeah. I see. I didn't even notice.
Okie dokie.
That's all I have to report. Well, you think it'll help you guys out?
Okay.
It helps a
Yeah, I
lot.
missed it.
Thanks.
What got changed on Kokichi?
What?
I missed it. What got changed on Kokichi's avatar?
So, basically, he had a unique thing to his avatar where if Mew touched him, he was paralyzed. He couldn't move.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it's a very interesting parameter for sure.
Why would she do that?
I don't know.
What type of silly reason could she do that?
She wanted to kill him.
Oh, no, there's no killing in the killing game ever.
I mean, yeah, it looks like she was setting up a murder.
It certainly seems that way. Adding all these, you know, like she sets up all these parameters, including, you know, a wall that wasn't there before, a death weapon, a hammer, aside from the fact that there are no other weapons that you can use for offense or self-defense for that matter. And she seemed to have created a situation where Kokichi would be trapped at a rendezvous and she would either kill him or be able to move him as she pleased. It seemed like she was even going to be able to, depending on which wall she messed with, she might have been able to dispose of Kokichi's body. So, like, maybe that was how she was going to commit the murder. Maybe she wasn't actually going to kill Kokichi because maybe you can't, you know, very easily kill avatars and, you know, their users in the real world. But maybe she was just going to touch him so that way he couldn't move, and then move him through one of the walls that his body was able to pass, or something like that. I don't know. Something. She had some kind of plan, it seems. Even if she's not the murderer, she clearly had something in mind.
Oh, I should probably tell you this too. It's probably not related to the case.
Thanks for showing up, Firewall.
Have a good night, Firewall. Thanks for being here.
Good night.
Some sort of avatar user error occurred when you all logged in for the first time. An error? The contents of the error are unknown, so I can't provide any details. But something strange definitely happened by someone's avatar when you all logged in.
Well,
I don't think anyone's avatar was acting strange, though.
What kind of error could it be? That's important information.
Someone fucked up.
Someone fucked up.
okay, everyone.
This is you.
Time for the class trial.
That's you as fuck today.
Oh my god!
You know, that thing where everyone stands in a circle and talks about the dead body. Low energy? Me? No, I'm excited. Really.
This is new from Monokuma.
I'm just taking a little break right now. When I'm done, I'll be my usual energized self. Yep, I'll be way more energized. Anyway, that's all.
I love that.
Wow, that was amazing delivery too. The coke finally wore off.
Hey!
You seem like you're not into it at all. We don't have to do the class trial, you know.
But it's gonna start, huh? We can no stop it anymore.
You're right.
No, we can't.
So,
This is all I can tell you guys, but I don't want any of you to forget. I'm your friend.
What?
He just decided we're friends.
thank you.
Thank you, Gonta. Feel relieved.
Don't worry, Monotaro. Shuichi will get revenge for Mew's death.
That's so mean.
And he'll get that revenge by finding the culprit among us. He's right. The culprit is someone here.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. When this class trial is over, I hope we can all get to know each other better.
That means he's gonna die at the end.
Oops.
Yeah, that's the kind of line that triggers a death flag.
Okay.
I want a fresh start. I want to make up for my past mistakes.
Wait,
That too.
Meeting you all. As really?
Sorry.
Sorry, it's nothing. I'll save it for after the class trial is finished. The flag is rising. He's gonna fucking die. What was that? I think I heard something over there.
All right.
I'll go check it out. All by myself.
So long. Farewell.
Well, he's dead.
Yep.
what did you say?
It's waving in the wind.
This is stupid.
Quit screwing around. Let's hurry up and go.
Going to do his best.
Going to do his best to do even little by bit useful for everyone.
Wow.
I'm so excited. I'll definitely expose the culprit this time.
What's so exciting about this?
With conflicting emotions in our hearts, we headed to the Shrine of Judgment. I have so many sprinkles, and I have no spoon.
To the shrine.
Oops. This is what I must do.
Look at there. Two of them.
Is nesting.
Yeah. Oh.
Comfy.
Comfy puppy. She turned around because she heard me say puppy.
You ever look at the sky?
I do. I look at her all the time.
To the Shrine of Judgment. You think I'm gonna walk there? I am.
It's 9/11, Philip! We don't have time!
Senator Armstrong.
It's 9/11!
Why would Senator Armstrong say that?
The good old days of 9/11. That was Sundowner, but Senator Armstrong would definitely make reference to 9/11 in some positive way. He's that kind of guy. It's on brand.
My name's Managoma, and I have low energy. Where?
I'm living for this statue of ripped Monokuma lifting a cup.
Have you seen this cutscene where the Shrine of Judgment opens up?
Don't think so.
Okay, well please just because the statue's involved, so you'll want to watch it. It looks like that's everyone.
Oh, this everyone, huh? A lot less of us know.
It's plain to see.
This is just half of what we started with.
Unfortunately. Because we've allowed this game to continue, we must stop it somehow.
What did you say, Cole?
I said there's about to be one less of you, too.
True.
Yeah, true.
But we can't stop now. We can't let the fun end.
Don't. Cut it out. I'm certain this trial will be the last one.
Hey,
Let's focus on surviving the class trial first.
I guess.
You're right, if we mess up here, our numbers will go down even quicker. It might be just the culprit left.
But
That might be okay. Maybe that's just another way to stop the killing game. If we all die, then the killing game would end.
Don't say stupid crap like that. It's all pointless if we all die.
Okay.
Well, we don't have to worry. We've got the ultimate detective on our side.
You're right.
Yeah, it's time for the detective to do his work. Shoichi, please keep it up.
okay.
Yeah, I'll do my best. And Shuichi's like, I killed him. I killed her. It was me. I'm gonna expose myself.
Then you finally change characters.
We're gonna
again.
change characters again. I have to keep it together. It's the only time my talent can shine. I'm not just saving my life. Everyone's life is on the line. If I can't find the truth here, everyone will be sacrificed. And I will never let that happen.
Come on, man.
Hey, Shoichi, you're getting all tense.
Huh?
What?
I mean,
Didn't I tell you before? Shoichi, don't carry all the burden.
Get it?
And didn't I tell you before not to get in the way, Kaito?
huh?
What's your problem?
Really don't get it.
We're all relying on Shuichi to carry our asses through this class trial, okay? You're like a parrot repeating the same lines over and over. You're bothering him.
Well, you know.
I think that's the most annoying thing you can do to Shuichi. You know that?
Huh?
What do you mean? I'm not...
Shut up.
Kokichi, you're annoying.
Please don't.
Whoa, Killer Girl's glaring at me. I was only kidding around. Maki's glare seemed to do the trick as Kokichi turned around, dejected.
Jeez.
Finally, the pest is gone. Thanks, Maki Roll.
Just suck it up, Kaito. Now is not the time to be bickering with each other.
Got it.
Ah, my bad, sorry.
Kaito, I'm okay.
Well,
I know that you want what you want to say, Kaito. You don't have to worry.
I believe in you.
I see. In that case, I'll believe in you. and I won't say anything else.
Shuichi!
But if you have any problems, let me know. I'll be here for you, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kaito.
Bro. Bro.
And then Shuichi's like,
Bro.
you didn't forget, right? Remember who you are. Make sure you never forget that.
Damn, alright. Alright, Cole, you watching?
Yeah, I'm going.
What's the consequence?
Yeah, it's pretty silly.
You just get a new cup every time.
I guess.
We have thousands in the storage closet. Although we don't really, I don't think we can sustain the 1,000 class trials.
What is this, Castlevania? Is fucking Dracula gonna throw a glass every playthrough?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. The 8 of us got into the elevator. There's only 8 of us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck, who's 7?
What are you talking about?
Oh, there's someone standing behind Kaito. It's Samugi. Okay. Door shut behind us. There's gonna be like 1 person left at the end of this game. This fucking sucks. This blows so hard. Kaito and Maki are going to die at some point in this game. But Shuichi too. They're probably all gonna die. They're just gonna kill everyone except fucking Kokichi.
Could you
I
imagine?
think Kokichi did it this time. I think his number's up.
God, I hope so, Cole. God, I hope so. Kokichi to me is like a Byakuya character. It seems like a guy that's like, you always think he's gonna be the guy that does it, but he's always like, I would never dirty my hands with that. No, I'm waiting for the perfect opportunity, but it never comes, so he just survives. Except I liked Byakuya.
The only other character that's really been like involved in this class trial, like in stuff, was Gonta, I guess. But like, I doubt it. I big doubt that.
Gonna get more
'Cause he
water.
was following Kokichi around through the whole thing, remember?
Yeah, I do remember that. That's actually a good point.
Kept being like, come here. But then we had that whole prelogue with
Oh my God.
Kokichi making secret plans with Monokuma.
Yeah. What?
Plus, Kokichi's trying to like buddy up to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, that's a good point. Maybe he's doing everything in his power to make sure things go his way, because maybe he is a little scared that things are going to fall through. Maybe things didn't go quite the way he planned, or maybe they did, but he's still worried like any, guilty culprit would be. Maybe you're right. God, I hope so.
Unless they fucking curveball hardcore at the last minute and it's Samugi somehow.
Curveballs have happened. They're literally, that was the first trial was the biggest curveball I've ever seen. So at that point, I was like, I don't know. I until the class trial, Alexa blackened.
Kibo, I guess, but
I'm like fully like anything could happen. So, maybe you know what? Maybe the rest of the game after the first trial is actually fairly tame, and maybe the point of that was to fuck you up, so that way you'd be on edge the whole time. If so, it worked. Because I don't trust any of this shit anymore.
it's like, are we gonna subvert your expectations again?
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what it did. It set my expectations up by subverting them. Those fuckers. And like all those times before, we descended. It was dead quiet. The only sound I could hear was the beating of my heart in my ears. My body was trembling. The more I tried to control it, the worse it got.
Shuichi, stop going into a panic attack spiral.
There's no way to get used to it, really. The fear of death.
Oh my god, he won't stop.
We were all fighting it, trying to be courageous. We all felt as though we were going to our own execution.
This is how you have a panic attack.
No, not an execution. A test of our will to survive.
It's okay.
Finally,
thing in Darkest Dungeon, where they they like snap finally, but they have a chance to like go holy mode and get a bunch of buffs instead.
Is Darkest Dungeon that roguelike with like the 3 or 4 characters?
That's 4. It is.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I want to play that game. That game has some awesome mechanics, like the way that they can bond with each other or like hate each other. Yeah, shit like that is really cool.
They have a sanity meter,
Right.
If it like maxes out the first time during a dungeon, you either get, I think it's afflicted or ascended, which is how they respond to like this psychotic break of the stress, which is either they get really good or they get debuffed to hell. And then if you fill the meter twice, they have a heart attack and die.
That's rad as hell. Remember, kids, it's not the feelings, it's how you handle them. Finally, the elevator stopped and the doors opened. And though I couldn't explain it, my body stopped trembling. He pulled it together at the last moment.
Go ahead and taste. Go ahead and stand behind any open podium.
They beat the fuck out of him.
He's not dead.
Move your asses. You don't want to see what I'll do to you if you keep father waiting.
Why is he back to normal?
Why?
Huh? You not friend anymore?
You jerks must feel pretty slick using Monotarno's forgetlessness to befriend him.
He just decided on his own he wanted to be friends.
We didn't want him.
You bastards!
But I won't let you guys trick Monotaro anymore because he's already forgotten. He may have forgotten that he was on Father's side. But now he's forgotten that he was on Father's side. Thanks to me, because I smacked the stuffing out of him.
Yeah, how confusing. Well, whatever.
Really?
Oh, I can't remember, but one of you guys is the culprit, right? I can't be in the same room as a killer. It's dangerous. I'm gonna go lock myself in my room. Maybe even set up a barricade. That's another death flag.
Anyway.
Let's get it started. The heart-racing excitement is the blackened and the spotless face off.
We went to our podiums as always. I love this music. We knew what we had to do. There was no protest left in us. It's already the 4th time. The 4th class trial is about to begin. Never gets easier, man. Shuichi's right. Miyu Aruma, the ultimate inventor. She may have given us a lot of trouble, but we all miss her.
I don't.
Hey, she didn't deserve to die. It's a tragedy after all. She helped me and Kaede with those cameras, give Kibo extra functions. In the end, she had done a lot for us. And the culprit that killed her. One of us. Fuck, I miss these characters. Most of them. I need to discover who that is. Most of them. In order to survive, I have to find the culprit. And she didn't deserve to die either. Well,
She was getting there.
such a fucked up thing to say. I just didn't want her in the situation at a certain point, but she did. I mean, you don't kill someone to remove them from a situation. That's too extreme.
She started a cult. She
I
was running like a dictatorship using a cult.
I will admit that it was getting to a point where there was... Maybe it would have gotten to a point where it's like either she has to die or someone like actually innocent will. Like, you know, lesser of two evils. That would have sucked. That could have happened, but she didn't get to that point yet.
Does Rantaro really not have a slot in these?
Oh, I never noticed that.
Yeah.
I think you're right. That's weird. In order to survive, I have to find the culprit. And I will fight for it. That's so weird. Is there a lore reason for that, I wonder? I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial. What if Rantaro is the Chiaki Nanami of this game? What if he doesn't fit in in some way, or does fit in but in a weird way? Rantaro is the first victim. He was the I can't remember if he was an exchange student or what, but basically he was the one guy out of all of us who couldn't remember his talent, and he was the first person to remember the ultimate hunt before any of us received first dosage of the flashback light.
Oh, okay.
So he's an important character due to how much we don't know about him. Live and let the languid world live. Everyone enters the virtual world to find out for the truth outside the world, but somehow Mew is killed. This trial. Okay. So, what are we going to use? That's a good question, isn't it? Lost in thought. Slightly increase the time limit in each phase. That is pretty... Oh, I have it. That's why it's checkmarked.
You can
let's see. I can buy... 8. Yeah, I have 8 points to work with. That's good to know. I have some big ones, right? Because Killer Smash, I'm assuming, is that, I'm assuming that's fucking, Ryoma's skill that I unlocked when I got him maxed out. Spacewalk, I'm assuming is Kaito's.
Show up when an obstacle is hit.
Oh, okay. So it probably just makes it so I recover better or whatever if I hit something I'm not supposed to. Hang on. I've only maxed out? Oh, you know what? I think I'm close to maxing out Maki. I've maxed out Kaito, which is why I have Spacewalk. I've maxed out Ryoma, which is why I have Killer Smash. And that might be it. Yeah, I believe that's the case. These are expensive. Anyway, there's a lot of 4s. So before we look at those, let's look at the 8s that we have, because there's 2.
There's 16s.
Yeah, well, I can't afford those. Make the reticle shake less. Effective, can't be combined with tranquility. I don't have tranquility. Reticle shake less. So it moves back and forth less. That would be kind of nice. Amount of influence recovered by right answers. Effective during non-stop debates and choices.
If you get a right answer, you get more health back.
I kind of like that. We're gonna go with that.
Wait, you equip it?
I thought I did. God damn it.
God damn it, Bobby.
God damn it, Bobby.
Both the same thing. Go look at the 16s.
See what they do. Slowly recovers the influence gauge while concentrating and during fever time. The focus gauge drains slower while concentrating and during fever time. So basically, you get more focus and more influence if you get either of these, which is pretty nice. Pretty expensive though, 16. That takes up a lot of slots. Anyway. Alright. Fucking... Oh, I don't want to see this. Oh wait, yes I do, because this is how I see the truth bullets. Silly me. Alright. The victim is the ultimate inventor, Mew. The victim's body was discovered in the computer room on the 4th floor of the school. Estimated time of death, 6:30 a.m. No injuries can be found on the victim's body. But Mew was found grasping her neck with both hands. She died with her eyes open, an expression of agony on her face. As the first to log out, Kibo was the first to discover Mew's body. She still had her visor on at the time. For the visors to function, they needed to be plugged into the computer with 2 specific cords. The red is for consciousness, and the blue cord is for memory. Red goes on right, blue on left, I believe.
We don't know what happens if you fuck this up.
It's true. There's a chance some kind of glitch might occur, though. While looking for the secret of the outside world, Mew volunteered to search outside the chapel and split up from Himiko and the others. While Himiko, Maki, and Kibo were searching inside the chapel, they heard a loud sound as though something hit the chapel from the outside. When they went to investigate, they found Mew's avatar on the ground. Oh shit, there's more. Himiko and the others ran back to the mansion to log out and check on Mew, but with no bridge. They couldn't cross the river. It was there they met up with Shuichi. Kaito was the only one who logged out from the virtual world. While he was looking for the secret of the mansion, the secret of the outside world on the mansion's rooftop, a ring of light appeared around his feet and he was suddenly logged out against his will. Not knowing if it was okay to log back in or not, he went to his room and slept, which is understandable considering that he feels like shit. The Healing Game Simulator text file contained the following information. Objects can't break. Avatars cannot be injured. However, the body's 5 senses are connected to the avatar, and any damage an avatar takes is felt by the user's real body. If an avatar takes fatal damage, then the real body will also die from shock. Besides that, the virtual world is the same as the real world down to the laws of physics. There are no special travel methods such as vehicles or warps. You know, reading this and being reminded of it, now that I've seen all of the evidence in the case, I just realized that Mew was definitely killed in the game. That's pretty clear, right? She had to have been.
Yeah.
I mean, unless Kaito killed her by logging out, because he was the first one to log out. Unless Kaito killed Mew, which I mean, I won't put it past this game. Maybe Kaito's the killer. I trust Kaito, but I don't know. The what do they call it? The evidence will speak, I suppose. But until that happens, I think that it happened in the game, because how would Kaito even kill her anyway? Because it seems that she doesn't have any injury. Oh, right. There's poison. I totally forgot about the poison. Alright, so it might have been Kaito. That's not good. But it couldn't have, if it wasn't Kaito, it could have been Kokichi, most likely, and I don't know who else it could be. Well, fuck, that's too much to unpack. We'll get to that later. I have a trial to get to. With the exception of Mew, who died before she could log out, everyone only logged in and out once each. The timestamps for the logins and logouts are as follows. At 23:02, so that was 11 p.m., Himiko, Tsumugi, Kaito, Kibo, Shuichi logged in. And then 11:03, Maki logs in. 11:04, Kokichi and Gonta log in. 11:06, Mew logs in last. And then about, was that 6 hours later, 5:17 a.m., Kaito is logged out of his, not of his own volition, goes to bed. And then a little over an hour and a half after that, you have, at 6:55 a.m., so a bit before 7, Kibo, Himiko, Maki all log out. Gonta logs out a minute later, as does Tsumugi. A couple minutes later, Shuichi logs out because he spends a couple minutes talking to Kokichi. And then a couple minutes after that, Kokichi logs out. Tsumugi says that while searching for the secret of the outside world in the virtual world's mansion, she saw Mew's avatar through the window, which I believe. And while Shuichi and Tsumugi were in the mansion's kitchen in the virtual world, they heard a loud sound as though something crashed into something else. Shortly after, while they were both in the entrance hall, they heard Kibo's voice despite the fact that he should have been past the map loading point. Damn, I missed when Firewall left. Yeah, he left a bit ago, like an half hour ago, something like that. It was nice for him to stop by, though. There is a small bottle of poison from the Ultimate Detective's lab found on Kokichi's seat. The poison is neutralized if it is mixed into anything, but it is still quite dangerous, and even a small amount will kill someone. It causes subconjunctival hemorrhaging, making its victim's eyes completely bloodshot. I don't know what that means, but I know that it kills them and makes their eyes bloodshot, so we got that going for us. I don't even know what conjunctival means, let alone subconjunctival. The first floor of the mansion in the virtual world has a salon, a dining room, a kitchen, and a bathroom. The second floor is only the rooftop. While looking for the secret of the outside world, Kokichi searched the salon, Tsumugi searched the dining room, Kaito searched the rooftop, and Gonta searched outside of the mansion.
A bright red patch appearing in the white of the eye, beneath the clear lining of the eye.
Vibrant white.
There's a bleeding underneath the conjunctiva. It can occur after a sudden or severe sneeze, cough, heavy lifting, straining, vomiting. Even rubbing one's eyes too roughly. It can occur as the site of eye surgery.
So it's like a small rupture in the eye, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that serious. I've seen people have them before.
Oh,
you just pop
yeah.
a blood vessel in your eye, and then your eye, all the white of your eye goes red. 'Cause it's like bleeding underneath the the thingy.
Okay, so that's what makes him completely bloodshot, is your eyes literally filling up with blood in that part. I got it. If she was poisoned, it would be easy to cure if she drank water. That's true, but how can you drink water if your mind's in a video game? Which, I mean, she basically was. So she was in the Matrix, so... I don't know. It's interesting. The virtual world is surrounded by walls on all 4 sides, and there's a loading point between the 2 areas of the map. The loading point splits the map into 2 sides, the mansion side and the chapel side. When going through the map loading point, sight and hearing are momentarily cut off, and in order to go between the mansion and chapel, it is necessary to go through the map loading point and cross the river that runs parallel to it.
I met a guy who popped a blood vessel in their eye. They got hit by a car while skateboarding. The eye was still incredibly red even after a month of recovery.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeesh.
Hopefully he's all right now.
I had a coworker once that accidentally popped it just by rubbing his eye, and his eye was like blood red for like a month.
I'd lean into that shit. I'd wear like an eye patch or something. Or I'd get one of those like fake contacts or whatever the fuck. Those fake like eye things. And I'd make my other eye red.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't think it's safe to wear a contact while that happens.
No,
but...
I'd make my other eye look fucked up too, so I just looked rad.
Okay.
Punished Aruma. There's toilet paper found on the ground outside the mansion. A signboard just long enough to use as a bridge to cross the river.
Some side point, Punished Aruma is exactly what she wants.
What, to be punished? Yeah. I know she doesn't want to lose an arm. Although if she did, maybe she'd be in the virtual world forever.
She would absolutely, if following the Venom Snake bit, she could absolutely make a robot arm.
True, but does she want that? That's a good question, right? Because if you're an inventor and like your hands are like the most important thing in the world for you to work with, do you really want to risk losing one and not being able to
okay,
like,
but
think
about this, your arm is now a drill or like a laser pointer or a 3D printer. Like, you have a robot arm, you can make it whatever you want.
Well, she's the ultimate inventor, but is she the ultimate biologist? Like, can she make things like linked to her nerves and stuff like that?
I don't know, maybe
prosthetics.
I'm sure it's possible, but you have to wonder how far in her field can she really go where she's able to like perfectly replicate her arm again and make herself like Mega Man or Nero or some shit.
I mean, Kibo's a living robot and she's smart enough to make maintenance on him.
Yeah, but he is a robot and she's a human, so she would have to make something that's like part robot and then connect it to her human self and like make it integrate properly. Is that possible?
I think she was planning on integrating with the robot in this whole environment period, you know, if she wasn't being...
That's kind of what the whole virtual reality thing is. She said it links directly to your nervous system.
That's a good point.
I was
even a cable for like...
I was making a shitty sex joke, but you made a better point.
So, William, it's funny because you made the shitty sex joke, but I was also like, yeah, he has a point. Anyway, there's a signboard just long enough to use as a bridge to cross the river. There's only one in the virtual world. Mew threw it into the river, but it was later found stuck on the rocks in the river by the mansion on the wrong side, no less. There's a hammer found on the ground by Mew's avatar. Mew claims she had rewritten the program to delete all dangerous objects that could be used as weapons, but as we learn later, she lied. Also found on the ground there, a cell phone. Like the phone in the salon, it allows its user to log out by saying their name into it. However, it can also be used to force someone else to log out by saying their name into it. Excuse me. Mew's avatar was found frozen and collapsed in the snow between the chapel and the wall where the virtual world ends. When the user logs out, their avatar disappears. But if the user's real body dies, the avatar stays in the virtual world. Since avatars cannot be injured, it doesn't look any different from when Mew was alive. Everything in the Killing Game Simulator is assigned to one of 2 categories, human or object. Most avatars are set to human, but Mew's avatar was set to object. There was a lattice found by Mew's avatar, was not seen in the chapel before that point. While everyone was gathered at the chapel, Mew told Kokichi to meet her on the rooftop of the mansion. However, when everyone was deciding how to split up to search for the secret of the outside world, Mew volunteered to search the chapel. This is in here because it's a paradox. Kokichi agreed to meet up with Mew on the rooftop, but because the door to the rooftop was locked, he couldn't. Because of that, he returned to the salon and decided to search there. There's no witnesses to confirm whether or not Kokichi was actually in the salon. Coordinates in the virtual world are represented on an X and Y axis. Mew added a wall along the length of the Y axis. The wall had a special setting that allowed non-human objects to pass through it.
Oh my god, wait.
Well, I just realized that the wall has to be the one that's, you know, at the loading area, because that way she could bring the lattice from the mansion to the chapel.
She fucked over the bridge. So like, how is she gonna waddle the lattice over?
That's a good point.
Maybe
There's gotta be
she used
some
the
way.
lattice as a bridge.
Well, but the lattice was on the other side, so unless she snuck it over with her to begin with, she shouldn't have been able to even access it. Like, she stuck herself on the side that the lattice was at the start, or she stuck herself on the side opposite where the lattice was. So how did it get over there? That way she could use it. There's gotta be something to it. Kokichi's avatar had a special setting. If Mew touched him, he would be unable to move. That's pretty hot. Avatar error. When everyone logged in for the first time, an avatar user error occurred. We don't know what it is, though.
I imagine it's just gonna be somebody plugged the cords in wrong.
That'd be kind of funny. But you're probably right, honestly. It's probably something simple.
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation.
I thought you said you were going to be all perky for the last trial. What happened?
I got tired.
Screw it. This is tiresome.
Yeah, see?
You need more motivation.
I do. I really, really do. Now then, let's start this class trial.
There's something so funny about how at the beginning of this game, Monokuma didn't quite sound like Monokuma.
This is literally me.
But then that's literally what I told you earlier. And then he kicked into, you know, his gear. He kicked his gear into start, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm Monokuma again. Haha. I have kids and I hate them," and stuff like that, right? You know, started being true on, and now he's like, he's not himself, but he is himself, if that makes sense. Before it was his lines. He wasn't delivering them right. They sounded a little weird, but now he's actually delivering them perfectly.
Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left. What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
Huh?
You mean like a tie?
Well, that would be not everyone voting for the blackened, so that would mean that the blackened wins, I would assume. Because I believe it has to be unanimous, right?
It means they're both the blackened. As long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
Oh, Jesus. I think this game changed the rule. Oh, you know what? I think I know what you're talking about, because I'm pretty sure I've seen it where like 1 or 2 people, the killer, voted for people besides themselves. So yeah, I think you're right. Okay.
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
I love this one.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it? We can't die here!
Damn straight.
Oh my! Yumiko has become so determined!
Himiko's the best character. She's gonna die soon.
It's true! People really do change!
People really change.
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
Oh, my internet's tied.
Oh.
None of your business!
As long as you stay alive, Cole, we'll see you later.
We should
That's all
focus
that
on the
matters to me.
class trial. First, we need to clarify.
Kaito's the culprit!
What? Say that to my face!
While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right?
Also, I'm pretty sure in Danganronpa 1, Mondo's boyfriend voting someone else. You mean, Taka?
Yeah.
Huh.
It wasn't his boyfriend, it was his bro.
His bro friend. The bromance. I don't remember that, but I will take your word for it. I swear to God, I thought the rule was unanimous.
Sure, bro, they were bros.
They were bromates?
You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
Don't screw around.
Okay, Kokichi did
No
it.
way I'm the culprit.
Now I'm convinced.
He came out of the gate swinging.
Kaito couldn't have killed Mew.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
And he's hitting Shuichi where it counts. It's fucking Shuichi. It's Shuichi. It's fucking Kokichi.
Shuichi sucks.
The fact that Kaito was the only one who logged out is suspicious. He's not the culprit. He can't be. He's too stupid.
I'm gonna hate this if it's actually Kaito.
Same.
Kaito logged out first by himself.
Spin the
You
wheel.
was still logged in though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Poison.
Culprit? Impossible! Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
First, we need to decide if Mew was killed in the real world or the virtual world. That's where the problem lies.
Her fucking billboard has a triple X on it.
You was still logged in though.
Oh my God, it does.
That's when you poisoned her, right?
Fuck, I guess I was wrong.
Wouldn't it be the poison bottle?
I guess, yeah,
because her eyes aren't fucked up.
Yeah, that's what I was about to think. I mean, the first thought was
I didn't think about
we would
that.
look about the cause. Actually, is there a cause of death in the Monokuma file?
There is not. And what's important and that I was trying to use is that in the Monokuma file, it says that no injuries can be found in the victim's body. So I'm like, well, she can't be poisoned, but I mean, she can't be poisoned because of that. So I should be using, I should be using the bottle as evidence because the bottle is the thing that talks about the subconjunctival hemorrhaging, whatever the fuck it's called.
Damn it!
Subconjunctival. Made a mistake.
Kaito logged out first by himself.
The bottle
You
of
was
poison.
still logged in though.
Yeah.
That's when you...
Ready for the critical point. Critical hit point. No! Critical hit. No one who cares.
I don't care.
Mew wasn't killed by poison, and the warning on the label proves it.
Warning.
Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging.
That's how you say it.
In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Mew's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Then what was that poison for?
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Mew died by poison.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
Real cause of death, the only one I can think of. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Fucking hammer, I guess? I don't know.
Is it safe to say the killing game simulator?
Well, yeah. Oh, you mean just because of the mechanics of the... where does it say? Killing game simulator. Yeah, because it talks about... Okay.
This is it!
How did she die? The
Mew's
game.
cause of death was the
She
killing
lost the game, so she
simulator
lost her
itself.
life.
In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body
Why is
dies
toilet
of
paper
shock.
there? Because we found toilet paper outside. like unraveled, which is weird because first of all, our avatars in the game don't need to go to the bathroom, so there's no reason for anyone to use toilet paper. Which means, second of all, it was used for something besides going to the bathroom, and because there's a rule in this world where objects can't break, it was likely used as rope, is what we're going for. Maybe Gonta thought he needed to take a shit. Maybe. Gonta's probably just confused, so it's possible.
That was made clear in the program's text file.
Miu received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Yeah, I guess by sheer technicality, you're goddamn right.
Gonta has question. Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
If Miu was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
Gonta.
Yeah, seriously.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
He's like, what is computer? And Maki's like, do you want to die? Like,
what the fuck?
I was just fucking curious, lady. Jesus.
Now's not the time for curiosity.
I guess.
It seems like Gonta is confused. So why don't we review things a bit? So we split into 2 groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Tsumugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Miu.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation? That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
Himiko, you're great.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
Shut up.
It was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
Okay.
Let's begin then.
Yeah, I'm with Kivo. Forgot this game was topical when it came out, at least the localization. There's a Trump reference in this game, if that tells you something. That fucking took me off guard. Yeah, make Japan great again. Fake news, NPC. Fatal damage that Miu received in the virtual world. Let's pin that down. It aged well though. It's the good kind of topical.
In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whoever did that
Presumably.
to Miu
I don't have the hammer though.
just dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think
We are not.
strangulation is more likely.
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Could she have drowned?
From the specific cause of death. If I think about the condition of Miu's body, that should yield a clue.
In the virtual world,
Okay, what are my hang on. What the fuck do I have to work
Miu
with?
was fatally injured.
I have file 4, which doesn't tell anything.
So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Poison.
Whoever
Yep,
did that
Miu's
to Miu-
corpse, which tells us that it indeed seems like she was strangled, so I feel like I want to agree with, fucking, what's her name? Yeah, I can't think because I'm thinking of like 5 things at once.
It has to be the
Signboard.
hammer!
I don't know why it would be signboard.
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Alright, let's try this.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation.
Critical agree. Maki roll, that face when you don't eat sushi. I don't eat sushi. I don't think it's that good, but I'm a picky eater.
Miu's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Are you American? No, European.
Right. And a virtual world is connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Mew was strangled to death.
Yeah,
That's intense.
Yeah. I wonder how that feels in the virtual world, because when Kokichi kicked Kibo, Kibo felt pain. So do you feel the exact same kind of pain on your avatar as you do in this world as you do in the real world? Because if so, like, she just raw got strangled to death.
Was the only, I mean,
Strangling
based on her
and
face,
poisoning
she was
only
definitely in
methods that
agony.
make her look like she suffocated.
Also, I do want to point out, I probably should have trusted Maki from the start, because she's a killer. So of course she knows what fucking Mew's probable cause of death is. That should have tipped me off from the beginning. European food be like, here are 3-course meals that are just pork, veal, lamb. As someone who's never been to Europe, I take your word for it. I hear that Germany has really good food, but aside from that, and I know a lot of like silly English and Australian slang for food, but I don't really know too much about like actual cuisine. So I do think though that it would be pretty awesome to go to France or Italy, because because I feel like those two would both have foods that I like. My sister said in Spain she had more meat than needed, but Germany had really good kebabs. Apparently Germany just has really good bread in general as well, so.
In Russia, we have...
In Russia, we have man.
We have bears.
We cook bear every night. Macaroons and crepes. Okay, fair enough. I'll keep that in mind. Always nice to have nice little sweets and stuff.
Just don't go to a part of Europe that's white, and you'll get good food.
Is that true?
So you should probably go to like Spain.
But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only
France
be
is white
strangulation.
people.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I didn't want to say it, but you're right.
I was gonna say you're racist against white people. I was waiting for you to say that, but I was not expecting.
You're actually using a blanket statement to be racist against like French and Germans and Italians and a lot of people.
I just want to be racist against the English, okay?
Yeah, but you're being racist against so many other people besides the English, including the English.
Okay. So there's a map. There was a Tumblr user that made a map, right? And it was like how to tell if their cuisine is good. It had 3 categories. One of it is like it's too oppressed to be white, too white to be good, and then I forgot what the third one is. But basically, England, France, and parts of Germany are the main culprits of bad European food.
Really?
Yeah.
What about Italy? Aren't Italian people white?
No. I think that might have fallen into too oppressed to be white.
I'm confused.
Or like I think the other one is didn't commit enough war crimes to be white or something, and that's why Sweden and Norway is up there.
All right,
I'll have to pull it up.
You know what? I guess I'm not versed in racism enough, or not racism. In
Southern Italy may be more oppressed than Northern Italy. True. I'm gonna pull it up. You go ahead and keep it going.
Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab
Most of
their
Italy
chest
is
and
run
move.
by the mob. Like,
But are they white?
Of course the Italian citizens are oppressed. They're oppressed by the mob.
like the vast majority of that country is run by the mob. Like as a publicly known fact.
That's a good point.
But Mew was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Tumblr girls lyric. No.
The assassin master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world? If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
I want to play this game in yellow for a long time, I feel.
Yeah, oh my god, did they hang her with toilet paper?
No way they could have strangled her.
I mean, that's possible, but why would the toilet paper be all the way over there?
It was just on the roof of the building she was by, wasn't it?
No, she, well, we don't know where she died per se, but her body was found, at the chapel on the right side of the map. But the toilet paper was found on the left side of the map, outside of the mansion.
Interesting.
So they're pretty far from each other. Not saying it's impossible, but we'd have to see a little more. I mean, I don't know, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know for sure, I really don't.
That'd be the funniest way to die.
What, hung by toilet paper? I don't know. If jail stories have taught me anything, it's that you can die anyway if a human is creative enough and wants you dead.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
Look at this this dark magician girl I found.
That's pretty good.
But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
What? Hang on, I need to...
You know where that is?
I need to really quick... So, hang on, let me look something up really quick so I can fucking respond to something William just showed me.
She was strangled with toilet paper.
She might have been. You might be right.
Well, they literally just were like, rope. There was no rope, but somebody could use rope to do it.
Man, I don't see it. That sucks. I should just look up the term "too oppressed to be white" and I'll get there faster.
This is a weird bit.
It's so good though. It's such a funny ass pose. They said they got like death threats over it.
No.
So someone on I think it was on Reddit. I can't find the exact post. It was on some fucking forum somewhere. Was like, is Dark Magician Girl legal? Because, you know, she's one of the most, like, you know, she's like the poster girl of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Found it.
So many people make fan art of her, and porn, of course. And so, you know, someone was asking to be sure, and someone was like, her first printing was on July 25th, 2000. So go for it, dude. I looked that up in our local comic store because there was a Dark Magician Girl figure, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to get that. I'm like, wait a second, is Dark Magician Girl legal? And I read that outline, and everyone around me just fucking lost it.
It's pretty great. What? Nah, Dark Magician Girl, not Dark Magician Woman.
Whatever.
All right, hold on. I'm sending this fucking this chart. Okay, so I got it wrong. It's not based on the cuisine.
It's just like the, oh my god, it's just like the poor fucking, or the cute little Mew Mew thing.
I know, sometimes you gotta go back and check.
Oh my god, William. I don't know if I can trust you with memes anymore.
You never could.
I guess I can.
Never could in the first place. All right, I'm gonna show this.
All right, this is too important not to see on stream, so.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to stop at like the midway part of the.
Yeah, this is the halfway show or whatever. The half.
Okay. So, copy image. Actually, just save it.
Halftime show. That's what I meant.
Save image. Create it with map chart app. Sure. All right. Hopefully, there's no boobs. That'll just immediately jump out on screen. Sorry, guys. I cleaned my.
God,
folder.
please make my day, William.
Too oppressed. There. All right. Don't click on the boobs one by accident, because then we could blow up the stream.
Oh my god, it's a minefield. I feel like I'm playing Minesweeper.
Oh my god, it's so huge, dude. That's so huge. All right, we gotta zoom it down. All right, so this chart, this little map here, it has some pretty great implications. If you want to go and find food in Europe, I suggest going to the places that says cuisine too good to be white. So the reasons you can tell if an area is too white in Europe is if they're too oppressed, the food is too good, or they didn't commit enough war crimes. So
or if they're too Asian.
Yeah, I get it. If they're too Asian. For some reason, Russia is there. Apparently the user who did this got so many death threats.
Yeah, probably from the various people of the countries.
Oh yeah, all of them in different languages. It's just great.
That's awesome.
I love this. I love this map. It's so funny. I just like the part where the cuisine is too good to be considered white. So, let's see. So basically, anywhere in red you wanna go in Europe. And then maybe you could try Ireland or Poland. Careful the farther you go.
I'm trying everybody.
Okay.
I'm not paying attention to this chart. Chat, pay attention to this chart. Do as I say, not as I do.
You try going up here. Just avoid these.
I'm
bastards.
going wherever.
If you want good food, you're not gonna get any.
Turkish food is pretty good. They start with a bunch of sauces. Okay.
Start with a bunch of susses. There you go.
All right, Jesus Christ, what were we even talking about? The toilet paper? Oh, we're about to.
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
Oh, boobs. I gotta look at
an idea of what it might be.
Looking at boobs is nice.
What?
Yeah, looking at boobs. It's very nice.
You're just looking at boobs now?
Let's look at boobs.
In the middle of the stream?
Yeah.
On my day off? In the club?
Bro, serious? Look. On the
Okay, that's pretty great.
During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion.
Good job on calling that call. Honestly, I didn't know how she was killed, so I'm glad someone pieced it together.
It's gotta be toilet paper. She died via strangulation.
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that.
Oh, he's gonna be like, you can't use toilet paper to strangle something, and then we're gonna have to be like, no, objects can't break in this world. And he's gonna be like, what do you mean this world? And then we're gonna have that kind of conversation.
Huh? What's
Kota,
wrong?
you're so stupid. Just sit down. Somebody give this man a bug.
He's not. He's not stupid. He's just uninformed.
Yeah.
Not even misinformed. Just uninformed. He's ignorant. He can't help it.
Gonta is a Republican.
Shuichi goofing off. Not gentlemanly at all.
What a terrible
He's
sentence.
pretty fucking dumb.
Hearing Cole say all this shit is so funny to me. He's pretty fucking dumb. I'm gonna lose
no
it.
time for nonsense. You know to use toilet paper in place of rope. Would tear too easy.
Oh shit, I was supposed to
Even Gonta
cut
know
that.
and Gonta not smart.
Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to cut that.
I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
You died such an awful death.
Ah, let me do the thing. Well,
Why you not take
oh, I
this
can't go to the
seriously?
right side of the screen because that's his side. I see. I have to use this side to use the angle. I didn't realize that.
Use your head. Figure out real murder weapon.
Dancing twice. That's new.
No, I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
There's no time for
Looping.
nonsense.
You should
No
switch to the
toilet paper in place of rope.
the right sword.
Would tear too easy.
I'll cut through your words.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it.
The toilet
Yeah.
paper wouldn't tear. Because in a virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Objects are unbreakable.
Break down, break down.
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
Listen to him. That's Cole.
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear.
How rude you're being to him. My cute
Since it couldn't
bear
tear,
boy.
it could be used as a rope.
In Russia, he'd get eaten.
You'd be consumed for nourishment.
Not
Consumed.
Really understand, but
Consumed.
sorry, Shuichi.
Did you know polar bears
Gonta was
can get
wrong.
to be 10 feet tall and
Aren't-
max out around 2,000 pounds?
Aren't polar bears like monsters that can like kill you?
Yeah, they actively hunt humans for food.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking rough for a human. Never come into contact with a polar bear.
They actively hunt us for food. They can be up to 10 feet tall and weigh up to 2,000 pounds.
Chat, if you ever see a polar bear, just close your eyes and picture a Coke commercial and it'll all be over soon.
Yeah. There's actually no good. The only good like advice for what to do if you encounter a polar bear is to try to run, but bears can outrun us. So try to run, but like throw off your boots to try to distract it for long enough, because they've got really small attention spans.
Oh, that's entertaining. That might actually work, huh?
Yeah, so the only defense we have against a polar bear, if they just like walk up on you, is to chuck your boots at it and book it.
To be fair, if you let a polar bear walk up on you, you're asking for it.
I don't know. They're like pretty well camouflaged in their environment.
I mean, that's true, but don't go to their environment.
Yeah, just avoid the Arctic Circle and you'll be fine.
That's really not that hard. Humans aren't meant to live in the Arctic Circle anyway.
There's a bunch of them up there.
That's true. Fucking, they're a bunch of hard asses though, a bunch of brave souls.
You're more likely to die via polar bear than a shark.
You are.
That depends where you are, I feel.
Sharks kill like 3 people annually.
Really?
It's very rare. Sharks are very vibey type animals.
It's very strange.
The only reason they ever attack people is because our like swimming equipment makes us look like fish.
That's stupid. Humans are stupid.
Yeah.
Stop doing that, humans.
It's okay,
Even then,
Gonta.
literally just
Don't
pop
worry
it on the
about it.
nose and you're fine.
Boop. I like that. That's funny.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
I know, right?
I love Himiko. I love Himiko so much. Lamau.
This is what I've been saying.
I do not fully understand that logic.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it to destroy the evidence.
Because she was a shitty person, you know.
The culprit meant to
She
get rid
had
of the
a
evidence. They
potty
did a poor job of it. That's true. There was a much better place where they could have destroyed it.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
The victim. We already know who brought that hammer. She literally programmed it in.
That's it.
Or it didn't
Mew
program
was
it
the
out,
one who
rather.
brought the hammer.
Excuse me.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
Nigel didn't want to be in here because he didn't want to say anything offensive. And in the same stream, we've talked about getting canceled because of boobs, whether your cuisine is good or not based on how white you are or aren't, and oppressed, being killed by toilet paper. We've just mentioned Mew, and that's like that's cancel worthy right there. Like
we're playing Danganronpa.
We're playing Danganronpa. He had nothing to worry about.
He's fine, man. If he doesn't want to stream, you know, he don't want to stream.
Oh, I'm not saying. I mean, obviously, if he's uncomfortable, he shouldn't come. I'm just saying it's just kind of ironic.
I wrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that can be used as weapons.
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
On purpose?
Is this like the second or third time that someone who had an intent to kill got killed? It's happened a few times in Danganronpa.
But why she do that?
Mew brought the hammer for sure, but what did she need it for? To hammer something! Ah, we need to make that clear.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer.
You can't break
Don't
shit,
I know?
though.
Mew gonna build stuff with hammer.
Probably just
You
brought it for
Fortnite.
self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone and tried to kill them with it.
That's actually what happened. Well, that's fine. That's fine, Cole. Sometimes it's easier to just let it loop through once, rather than just firing unnecessarily.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Uses for a hammer. Don't know, Mew's gonna build stuff with hammer. She probably just brought it for self-defense. Or she secretly met up with someone.
I don't need to get the secret thing.
And tried to kill them with it.
Huh.
You shot the text that was in front of it.
Oh, that's a shame.
Let's assume.
Alright, so I should have shot the thing. Alright, so let's speed through a few. And then I'm gonna stop right here, just to be safe.
Probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met.
Oh, I see, it's right over the... Oh, you motherfucker! It creeps out from your text! You're trying to protect yourself from the metagame! Victim!
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it? Maybe use it to break down a wall? Uses for a hammer. Don't know, Mew's gonna build stuff with hammer.
Probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up.
Okay.
You agree with Kokichi. What is the world?
I consent to his downfall.
What the frick?
Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
Mm-hmm. With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
So far, is Kokichi best character? Absolutely not anime B11037. But thanks for asking. By far, either the worst or tied for the worst character. Yeah, I like the numbers a lot as well. Disrespect for the grape. He just...
Wait, so Mew called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
He just
Kill your
sucks.
dumbass.
He's already figured it out. She was planning to.
Murder him.
Oh my god, I should have read the options. Because I feel like some of them were
She
funny.
was trying to kill Kokichi.
I'm just too laser focused on ending this trial.
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer. If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Mew's plan, okay?
Mew's plan, huh? I'm sure if I analyze the clues we found, I can figure something out. Damn, you expected Mew to kill so easily. Alright, let's do it! Round one, rap!
Psych taxi!
Oh, look at how many lanes I have. I feel like I only had like 2 or 3 before, now I got 5. This is great.
Just like the government giving me more lanes to solve the problem, and they just got rid of them.
Just like the government.
Try to kill Kokichi. Thinking time.
Kokichi just misunderstood. I don't know about that. Let's just pick hookers to find out if it's true. That's the best part about this minigame, the absurdity of it. Oh, I just picked up Mew. I hate this.
Hi, bestie. This car fucking sucks.
True.
Pass to the center, pass to the center. I fucking love this mini game. Where was Mew trying to kill Kokichi?
The rooftop. This is the most straightforward trial in the game so far. So unless they pull a curveball out of their ass, I think this is pretty much like an open and shut case. The afterlife.
I feel like it's gonna twist and it wasn't Kokichi.
It's very possible.
Next quest.
Maybe that's what's happening. I'm giving it a false sense of
I love this back.
sureness. That would be smart. That would be just like fucking Danganronpa V3, the video game made by Spike
It hasn't ever
Chunsoft.
been this straightforward.
Actually, it was like once or twice.
Maybe. Also, just like from a narrative perspective, after Kokichi dies, there's like nobody pushing the plot forward. Unless one of these characters suddenly does something way out of character.
Yeah, it's true. Well, there could also be internal or external factors that cause the plot to advance besides Kokichi.
True.
Pass to the center.
We'll see. We don't even know what will happen.
She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
You liked choking because she's and that's why she choked to death. I did a little.
Didn't she wear a choker?
Yeah, she wore a choker.
She placed the poison on my
Fucking
seat to make
figures.
us think the murder happened in the real
A
world.
choker necklace does not mean you're into being choked.
I know.
Thank you.
But trust me, Cole, it's much better than what was in chat.
You did that too?
What?
No offense, Anime, but I can't say that on
You
stream.
put that poison bottle there?
Now, I'm talking about if someone's too white
Definitely weird about that.
and they're because their food tastes like shit. That's free.
Now, if we're talking about stuff that goes on the table, that's on the table. If you know what I'm saying.
She freaky. She died freaky.
She definitely died as she lived. Hated by everyone.
Being choked out by toilet paper.
Yeah.
When could Mew have put the poison there?
Didn't you, Cole, didn't you say? It's like she's gonna die from autoerotic asphyxiation or something. You were close.
I did make that joke.
Log back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't
We have
logged
the
in
record.
or
She
out,
never logged out.
That's true.
then you couldn't have placed the poison. Then who put poison bottle?
Mew could have placed the poison
The only person
specifically
who
because of the
logged
log in
out
log out record. She was the last person to log in.
Kaito, your grave just got.
So I gotta get back to Kaito's thing so I can prove it wrong. No, it was me, guys.
When could Mew have put the poison there? She did place the poison without us noticing, and she must have logged out at some point. And then what? Log back in? Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all? Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then you couldn't have placed the poison.
I don't need it. Just hit it.
Wrong.
All I can say without spoiling it is the killer is unexpected. Like, fuck yeah, I mean, I don't know who the killer... I mean, evidence is currently pointing to Kokichi, and it very well might be Kokichi at the end, but it doesn't mean anything, because every Danganronpa trial, for the most part, is a goddamn roller coaster ride.
She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
You don't play the game because the characters are, like, misogynistic and use slurs or something like that. You put up with that shit so you can deal with this shit. This is the real game, right here. This is where the crazy shit happens, the courtroom.
You don't like it when Monokuma shows up and he's like,
Is this a record of who went in and out
What?
of the virtual world?
you don't like it when Monokuma shows up and he's like, ah, I'm Monokuma. I'm gonna say some weird things.
It's definitely not Naito Komita. It's true. Nah, I mean, I like Monokuma because he's clearly supposed to be like the... I don't know, he fills a lot of roles. The game would be so weird without Monokuma. I will say that much. There's nothing wrong with him. I mean, there are things wrong with him, but they're like that for a reason. He's a very well made character in the
MCU.
in the perspective of the narrative. But do I agree with everything he says? Of course not. But he's literally made for you to disagree with him. That way you like have motivation to keep playing. So
That's right.
I like him as a foil. How about that? You know when you like a villain because you don't like him for some reasons? That's why I like Monokuma.
Yeah, what about it?
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
That right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
So this is actually pretty interesting.
This was all part of Mew's plan.
Kokichi might actually be right. He might be telling the fucking truth. It might be that Mew was planning to murder Kokichi, brought the poison, and was going to make it look like Kokichi poisoned himself. So that's kind of interesting.
She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
Well, that's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
So she did that to me?
I like how fucking Kokichi starts this trial off and like, it's Kaito, bestie.
And then he's like, it's not Kaito. That's so weird. I hate this character.
He's done that before.
That's true.
Or just like flipped his opinion, like mid thing.
Yeah, the scary thing about this far into the game, though, is that it's very possible that, like, Kaito or Maki or Shuichi, like a character that, you know, is important to, like, the core of the game right now, to the relationships in the game, like, could die, because we're getting low on people. Like, they could pull some crazy shit. So, it could be Kokichi, or it could be a cast member, or we don't know. I feel like I'm in a saw trap.
I think it's Danganronpa. Danganronpa did it.
How did Mew log Kaito out? Well, that's obvious.
It's so fun.
That's obvious, ain't it? Ain't that obvious?
It was the cell phone found by Mew's avatar.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm sick to my stomach right now. I already don't like this class trial because I'm afraid of what will
I
happen.
thought for a second it was because the steak and shake.
No, the steak and shake did not do anything bad to me. It brought usually I get ice cream or something when we play Danganronpa in case shit like this happens, but it does not make me feel better right now. I do not feel fucking good about this class trial at all. I'm fucking nervous, dude.
The same way as the phone in the salon.
Please, I don't want to lose another good character, but I know I will. This fucking sucks.
I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
Thanks for that, asshole.
Kaito Momoto. Ah! He logged out just as I thought.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time.
Now I'm looking at every character and I'm like, was it you, Kiba?
But Mew
God
never
damn it.
mentioned the cell phone, right?
God damn it.
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
So, she really was planning a murder.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Actually, it might be Kokichi that tried to set you up.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion. Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting. Don't you agree, Monokuma?
Do I? I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's okay, dude.
Wait, what were we talking about?
Why is such a sleepy baby right now?
I don't know.
I love it. This is my favorite arc.
Yeah, this is
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
Huh? Mommy?
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
What you mean?
Because she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know?
I feel like I am maybe... This might just be me in my head. I feel like I might be hearing that audio shit again. Maybe. Particularly with Kokichi. With his voice. Because it's like going into the higher registers, and what he did a line earlier that was like really high. I feel like I heard it worse than normal. I don't know. It's very strange.
She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted. And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
Then the reason Mew was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
So she could set up a murder. You guys are only bitching because you haven't been to the virtual world yet. But once you go, you'll understand. Seriously, it's so fucking awesome. I know you guys will love it. And then you're gonna fall in love with me for showing it to you guys. Let's just dive right in, okay? We'll do it together.
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend. See? That's an ideal fun situation! Now we can start a real class trial!
Hey,
Shut
Kokichi
up.
sort of sound like Monokuma.
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward! Aren't you gonna do something?
Nah.
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right?
It sounds like that's like a video game donkey line. Right
I know,
there.
that's what I was thinking that too. I was like, that sounds just like fucking Donkey. Do my signature laugh.
There, I did it.
He's completely lost his drive! Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame!
My head!
Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
How long are you guys
Based
going to
Kaito.
argue? Let's hurry this up and continue. If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die. You know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Huh? My story?
You were meeting with Mew, but she ended up as the victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Mew.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
But isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
That's a good point, Himiko.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either.
It's actually a good point by him, too.
Also, I never went to the roof. Not even for the meeting.
I remember you and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locks the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Oh, I see.
I
didn't
hate this
realize
guy.
What the
that.
fuck was that?
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Mew's death.
Shuichi actually had a good point there, because at a certain point, normally if you press a killer enough, the truth will come out, but sometimes if you keep pressing Kokichi, he just keeps lying and lying and lying and spewing out bullshit, and then he starts like, you start feeding into his game. So sometimes you need to be like, all right, let's get a level head. Let's go back to the, the fundamentals of the trial. Let's use that to steer, our conversation. Otherwise, you just get lost in Kokichi world forever.
Truth? And no one likes Kokichi world.
No.
There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her
Christ.
death. We need to make sense of those first.
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game.
Not listening to you.
Keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi is like one of those guys that, those riddles where it's like, there's two guys. One always lies and one always tells the truth. And you have to like ask him a question that will like tell you like something to solve the riddle. He's like that, but he's one person. He's like Schrodinger's fucking truth. Like you have to assume he's both always lying and always telling the truth. It's crazy, man.
Kokichi claims it was Mew who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Mew sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
What's my hand slipped? Oh my god, I'm just a clumsy
Then Mew might not
bitch.
have even gone to the roof.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
Slay, oh my god.
That's true. First we need to determine if Mew is actually there or not. Did she go, or was she never on the roof at all?
Hit the slay button.
Mew was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Mew should have been at the chapel. If you look at where her avatar fell, it's right next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
So,
Wait.
meeting with Kokichi.
She can cross the wall because she's not a human object.
That's a really good point, Cole. I never thought about it that way. But I don't know if I need that evidence yet. But maybe I do. Maybe this is...
Possible for her.
According to Samugi's account, I feel like all I have to do is prove that, right now, all I have to do is prove that Mew was there. And then maybe later, I can, prove with her avatar thing that that's how she got there. I don't know, let's find out.
Mew should have been at the chapel.
Yeah, I feel like I should object to this.
If you look at where her avatar fell, it's right next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
So, her meeting
Yeah, I don't
with
think there's
Kokichi-
anything in here that says... What's the, that's funny. What's the evidence that says that she is a non-player?
Mia's avatar, maybe?
Yeah, it is. Do I have that? I do not. So yeah, I think I have to just say...
What about the loud noise?
Nah, Mew is here.
Mew was waiting for me to arrive.
What about the
I'm sure
loud
she was
noise?
waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
What about it?
No. Mew should have been at the chapel.
That's wrong!
must have gone to the mansion. We have a witness.
Hey,
Yeah.
left.
When I was
Slap his
searching
nuts.
the dining room, I saw you pass by the window.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Damn, here you go.
Sorry. I thought I was just mistaken at first, since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
It must have been some special method only Mew knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene, just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called
Not
a secret
really.
method for a reason.
No worries, guys.
Well, I didn't figure it
as
out.
long as we leave
Cole
it to
did.
Shuichi, everything will be A-okay.
If he didn't say that right now, I would have been like, I don't know how she made it. What?
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time. This class trial's for
Why
all.
not? You've relied on him all the time for this entire game so far.
That's true.
He's the main character.
You
Rely
would
on him.
just slow down Shuichi.
Shut up!
Shut up! I don't have time to deal with Koichi. Right now, I need to focus on the case. I'm positive that Mew used some kind of special method to get to the mansion. Okay, I just have to figure out what it was. Is this another mini game? Oh no, it's a debate.
You got no minigame.
No minigame for you.
Non-stop debate is kind of a mini
Mew
game.
knew about.
Like a hidden
Or, I
bridge
guess it's
besides
just
that
the
signboard
game.
maybe.
Or instead of bridge, Mew used some kind of vehicle to
It
go
was
over.
the wall. She could pass through the
Maybe
wall.
She teleported with magic. Or she used a warp zone.
Warp zone!
A hidden route that only Mew could use to...
Right through the crack! Lamo! God damn it! Lamo. Fucking god damn it! Right, I threaded the needle on that one. That's so frustrating.
Here's
It's right here. Okay, I'm just bad.
I suppose it is possible she used that.
Did you see that shit? Did you see that shit? That's clip that.
Got him with the way back around.
That was wow.
That's it, Kibo.
That's insane.
There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
I'm beside myself. I cannot believe that. The two ridiculous things back to back. But that one was definitely the more ridiculous of the two.
There it is. I found it this time. Hey, you can keep playing. It's fine.
I can't actually though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Just clip it really quick. Just clip it really quick. Just clip it really quick. Okay, okay.
Was there really?
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found two such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel. We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass
Don't be
through.
naive, Shuichi.
Huh? Kaito?
What is it, Kaito?
Geez, can you set up a weird wall like that? That is suspicious, but it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Nothing to do with it.
Huh. You don't even realize your mistake? Are you losing your edge?
Kaito did it.
Oh well, the sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes.
Minor
I'll make
conflict.
right.
It was him.
Among Us. Fucking Among Us moment. This is great.
What we gotta figure out is how Mew got from the chapel to the mansion, right? So why waste time talking about the impossible? It's pointless.
Kaito.
We gotta take a whole new approach here.
I thought you're dumber than Gonta.
No, wait just a second. It's not
This
actually
is suspicious
impossible
as
at all.
fuck, Kaito.
No, I think he's just
But you
dumb.
just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans
Yeah, you
aren't
interrupted
able to
him
pass
before he
through.
could.
So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object
Oh,
after
whoops.
all.
I have to use Mew's avatar on
so
that
let's
one.
go through this one more time. But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects
Kaito's like
go
me. He
through.
hasn't pieced it
Humans aren't
together.
able to
He doesn't have a
pass
call.
through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all. I'll cut through your words.
Don't worry, objectification is good this time. We did it, Reddit. We objectified women.
Programmer jokes for the win.
Honestly, Reddit's been trying that for years.
I want to say that I was recently watching Maximilian dude play through Devil May Cry 4, and he's like, he got to an enemy, and Max is like, he's a super cool dude, right? And he said something like, this is the enemy that in order to defeat them I need to yoink their dresses off. And I wished that that wasn't, you know, exactly what you had to do, and that I could say that differently, but that's exactly how you defeat them.
She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says. I already told you, the more you try, the more you cause us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Oh my god, good line, Reed.
I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
And then he just punches him.
Okay.
Asshole.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through,
Then her secret route was through that wall?
that's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map.
Yeah, I wonder if the map looped. So maybe the wall was set up in such a way that it covered both borders, the left and right, and maybe she just walked off the right side and onto the left side, like Pac-Man.
I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
Or something like that.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage? Because Mew said...
No, you're not trapped here. Beyond the wall is the end of the world. Literally. Past the wall, nothing exists. Everything ends there.
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
You lied.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall.
Jesus Christ.
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you no have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth Mommy!
Mama Taro?
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore.
But she was.
But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Oh, shoot!
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
It just gets... I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. This is amazing. It's like Monokuma's like, I'm gonna try not to sound like Monokuma, like his voice actor. He's like, I'm gonna see how far I can push the envelope and get away with it. Kokichi's saying all that stuff about Mew to get the cubs to reveal something? I guess I should thank him. But I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program? If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Oh. I think I know where the wall is.
Where's the wall, Philip?
It's right here.
What?
It's on the water. You can't cross the water. So she put the wall going through it. Of course, that would mean that it would have to cut through a little bit of the corner down there. But I think there was like rocks there or something stopping you from going all the way down there. Assuming I'm right about that last part, the wall is probably there. Because then, that actually adds up with what Cole said. She made herself a non-human object, not just so she could cross the river, but because there is no river, there's a wall there. So she used herself to go through the wall.
Do objects go through the loading point?
I don't know. I don't know if anyone's tried that.
That's a good point. Oh, well, I mean, if Mew was counted as an object, then she went through it, so that's not a bad introduction. But if it was a wall...
Plus, think about it.
Wait.
The items that we use, the bridge or whatever the fuck that we put there, that's an item. That can go there.
Okay, yeah, but you went over the bridge.
That's true. So I wonder if there's some sort of relationship between the wall and the objects interacting in some way. But I feel like that's not a terrible idea. It's something. Because otherwise, I don't really know where the wall is. Maybe it will be revealed in time, though. Maybe we'll figure it out in the class trial. But it's just nice.
That base game, there was only one wall. And with one in the middle, there would be three. Because I also immediately thought it was in the center. But the thing Momotaro specifically said that there should have only been one wall. But they found one at each, edge.
Well, I mean, technically there's two walls. Because there's the leftmost wall and the rightmost wall, right?
Yeah. And one of those would have been the one she added. Because base game, there was only one wall. Which is why putting a wall in the middle would make it three. Unless I misinterpreted what they said.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out.
Mystery of virtual world?
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to.
There was that one time when Naganta was clipping through the floor.
It was pretty funny. I took a screenshot.
Alright, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
You take a screenshot of the virtual world where you just touch your asshole and blink.
Even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Well, unless there's like a screenshot function on the avatars, there probably isn't a way.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing.
I mean, Kibo has camera eyes, but I don't know if that would have carried over.
Yeah, that would be kind of interesting. I was also thinking if you use like Mew's cell phone to take a picture, is there some way to like bring that data back or pull it up on the computer?
Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
The events don't let us there. I kind of spaced out mid-conversation. I don't know what they're talking about.
Show
but I'm
question.
assuming they're talking about the...
Show question.
I assume they're talking about the loud noise. So I'm going to look for that, and I'm going to present that.
This is it!
And I was right. Because I'm fucking great. Hi, Fries!
Hi, Fries!
Bestie!
Well, like the normal, but I think if we're gonna stop, it's gonna be around the midway point of the trial.
Yeah, we're going until we get to a decent stopping point.
Because it's 10:54. It's almost 11. Bang!
Ah! Oh, what the hell was that noise?
It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but I had 3 days off in a row last week. That's pretty fucking crazy.
Because
Thanksgiving. I had 4. Get fucked. I had more than you. Those long weekends are pretty great. I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you had 3 days off.
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
Hopefully you've been doing well. We've been anxious out of our goddamn minds because we don't know who the hell. Well, 2 of us don't know who the hell is the murderer in this scenario, but you know,
I know who the killer
The
is.
chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
Fucking Germo auto voice.
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point.
I knew
Did
the
that
killer.
sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
Also, basically my first Monday off next week. That's pretty cool.
And we definitely heard it.
We take
heard
those.
Kibo's voice as well.
Now let's go outside and check the...
Oh no.
What?
That was Kibo's voice, alright? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close.
And I'm addicted to everything Scott Pilgrim.
That's the true.
Okay, it's just funny because a Scott Pilgrim right now is experiencing the same thing Persona 5 did, is experiencing the same thing that every media does, like where it's niche at first, but then it gets popular for some reason, right? And a bunch of people have
I
attention
don't
on it.
think Scott Pilgrim was niche considering the movie launch.
It was more niche than before than it is now. Now, like, the spotlights are completely on it. So many people are posting about it.
I finished. Oh my god, bestie! I finished Scott Takes Off, and it was really good. It's pretty good. Are you enjoying the new Scott Pilgrim?
I remember the comics a long time ago, but I haven't caught up in a while.
I have the comics behind me. They're like they're on my shelf.
If you haven't watched the movie yet, fucking watch the movie.
Yeah, you should watch the movie.
And yeah, Kibo's best boy. Can't change your mind there. Glad you're enjoying it though. Pretty sick.
Do you like the scene where Roxy kisses Kim Pines and then afterwards she sings the hamster dance song and then walks out of the room? She goes dee dee da dee do do dee da dee do.
That thing, oh my god. There's so many iconic moments in that shit.
Let Wallace and Takes Off. Yeah, true.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
The fuck are we talking about? I was talking about Scott Pilgrim. Oh, because they were talking about how they heard noises that they shouldn't have, because the sound from the loud noise came from the chapel, but also Kibo's voice came from the chapel. Okay, yeah. I gotcha.
Okay. Well, let's
Also,
check
Cole
the
coughed.
answers
Write that
later
down. Write that
and
down in
try
the
to
fucking
find all
log.
the
Gotta
other
remember that.
clues
Also,
first.
Brie Larson is Roxy, which is great. They returned all the cast. That means Brie Larson, so you have Captain Marvel in it, and then you also have Chris Evans, so Captain America is in it.
Oh, that's fucking crazy.
It's wild, before the MCU took off.
There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual.
They have something to do that
Wasn't
isn't
there?
being huffed down by Disney.
Kokichi talked like he noticed something, pretending not to know.
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me.
Sorry, I'm going to not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
I like how in every version of Scott, they just ripped off the comics in some ways, like in the movies, it's almost word for word. Well, I mean, I feel like the Scott Pilgrim media is always best when every adaptation tries something different. Like how Ghost in the Shell does it. Because then there's no definitive one. They're all valid in their own way.
Yeah, I do think Scott Pilgrim does a good way of keeping things true to each medium, though.
Yeah.
And to like the
there's
original
certain
medium.
story beats you should hit, but you don't. It doesn't have to be 100% in every single way.
Absolutely. In fact, if you do that, I mean, obviously you're going to ruin it. So I think they strike a good balance.
You do the Tumblr
the
users
other
play
change
with
current?
PNGs like they're dolls type of thing, where you mess around with the characters and have fun. Like what if Ramona never dated Scott? What about then, chuckle fuck?
What did you just call me? What?
I called you a chuckle
What
fuck.
did you just say? Tumblr? What is that? Is that what word is that?
Episode 1? Really? Okay.
Other mysterious phenomenon. What are we talking about? I was talking about Scott Pilgrim. There was another mysterious phenomenon. Oh, okay. Shuichi hasn't said yet.
Have you watched the new Castlevania yet? Because I finally caught up.
Someone fucking likes Scott Pilgrim.
No spoilers, please.
It's really good. It's really good.
Something that shouldn't be possible, like me in the mansion that loud.
There was a scene that made me hyped as fuck. Actually, there were two.
I haven't
He was telling me about one.
Scott Pilgrim or fucking Castlevania yet.
You should watch them. They're good.
Right.
They're really good.
Well, one has vampires, and the other one has like a skateboard guy. So I just spoiled both of them. Sorry.
How could you?
I need to remember everything else that happened in there. Okay, here we go. What's the question?
Philip, you ready to be a miner?
What weird phenomenon happened in the virtual world?
You ready to be a miner, Philip?
Yeah. I'm ready to de-age. I forget what the order is for this shit. Looks like... Oh my fucking god. Okay, is it yellow to white? Fuck, I don't know. I don't know.
Scott Pilgrim is dating a 17-year-old. Maybe they're trying to keep that away, considering modern audiences don't like that type of thing and are straying away from it.
I mean, the fact that he was dating somebody so young is a part of his character, like being a piece of shit.
Yeah. They don't want to like focus on him being in the relationship too much. Also, Kim does not kiss knives in this one. Tap, tap, tap. True. Dip, 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 dip.
Fucking finally. Didn't have enough of the fucking PNG uncovered.
The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river.
Yeah, this is important. Whoops, my hand slipped, besties!
We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
Alright, so the sign drops, right? And it goes all the way through the river.
Oh shit, it does loop. See, the world loops. I was right. I see a lot of Twitter braindeads who only watch the first episode and don't get Scott's character at all.
Well, it's a new property. It's not a new property. It's a new thing. And, you know, once it gets rejuvenated in the public sphere, people, you know, you get a lot of new people interact with it. Reminds me of the first... Oh my god, Class of 09. I want to watch that so bad. Class of 09 is made by Lyle McGrath, and it's a visual novel.
Who the hell is Lyle McGrath?
Lyle.
Oh, that Lyle?
Yes.
No way.
Yes. The Marcus's dad.
That guy? No way. I want to do that.
It's a visual novel made by Lyle McGrath.
Can we play it on stream?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, does it have some shit in it?
It's pretty vulgar.
Oh, okay, well.
Cause yeah, it has like it has these two teenage girls that are like. Lyle described it as a rejection simulator.
That's awesome.
He plays like two high school groupies that do like drugs and shit. It's pretty nuts.
I want to play this shit. Has a Kickstarter for an anime, so it's 30% of pulling through properly. That's amazing. Wow. I hope it continues to take off.
I'll have to show you.
Is it recent?
It's pretty recent, yeah.
Okay, good for him. That's awesome. I hope that I'll have to support the Kickstarter when I have money. Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused by how the sign got there. I should remember exactly what happened with that sign. Here we go. Well, now that William told me the answer, I'm just gonna drive through, I guess.
Listen, I just told you where the sign went.
Oh, you gave me the exact right hint, and now I just know.
I'm not even. Let's think about there a second. Where did if the sign starts here and it goes?
Well, to be fair, I already had the idea that Mew looped in the world, so I guess if nothing else, that idea just reinforces it, which maybe is why I wanted to believe it anyway. So.
Woo! Are you guys still doing Sunset Overdrive? No.
It wasn't the chapel.
I played Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
River.
If that's what you mean, but it was just me. And that game has some problems, and I might continue. If we're gonna play it again, it's gonna be like if Philip can't make it, I still want to stream.
What's Sunset Overdrive?
Sunset Overdrive is like this, kind of like
the orange juice one.
The orange juice one?
Orange soda.
What is this, like a Pepsi Man thing or something?
We must mod to win. It's Cyberpunk. It's a kind of pop art kind of game that came out during the drought of Jet Set Radio Future 2 or something, you know?
Yeah, there's like orange soda zombies, right?
Oh. I don't know. I only know so much of it. It came out like Xbox, what is it, 360? Fuck. Made by the Defunct Studio. It was an Xbox exclusive. Yeah, I don't know if it was one. Yeah, okay, it's Xbox One. Gravity's saying it's Xbox One.
Yeah, they're asking me they're asking me 4 questions?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know if I can handle that.
I fucking love this visual. If I make a cart track, I gotta make this as one of the gimmicks.
Shit.
That's why barely anyone know about it. I know there's a joke where, like, one of the guys, like, there's a scene where you're driving a helicopter around, and he's like, "Oh, dude, Reddit's gonna be speaking about this one," and then someone paused the fucking video game, and they start sighing, and that's one of their tweet or whatever. That's the only other thing I know about it. Pass to the center.
Now what? Where the fuck is the next person gonna go? I'm in one lane? How's this work?
What a fucked up road.
What the hell's going on?
We live in a Microsoft society. This is so sad. Can we remove Persona 3 from Xbox Showcase? Oh yeah, Philip, you started Persona 3 yet?
No, but fuck, I meant to. It's alright, I'll start it. I'll get it before,
He's not starting.
Compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard float?
There's no way.
Compared to the river's current. It floated to the left, right? It floated against the current. Oh, it goes in the back, okay.
God, I love these visuals.
It
connects.
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current.
Yeah.
We all saw
yeah,
you drop the sign
like
and
orange
watch the
sodas
river
on
carry
these.
it downstream.
Are the main
the river was
enemies in the
right there.
game.
The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct? It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there. But that's not where we found it. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
Oh, what a beautiful world,
The
nestled.
signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it
Ew.
on the other side.
Gross.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably
I was
grabbed
gonna
the
make
signboard from the
I
chapel
want to be
wall
smothered by
across the river.
boobs type of thing. I don't know where you were going.
No, I knew where you were going.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were saying that because fucking Sky nestled into your blanket earlier, and so when Cole said you, I was like, wait, what the fuck is going on?
No, I like boobs.
Yeah, me
And
too,
left it on
but
the
Jesus.
boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she
But I
leave
did
the
have that
signboard
thought.
where
It's
it
like
could
you
get
did say
swept away and leave her
nested.
stranded?
Where's this close?
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic.
No, it's an
We're so close
example.
to the truth. We just have to connect the how and
Your
what.
Kokichi, you
All the
suck.
mysterious
We don't
things
care.
that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
This is such an easy
I don't know,
answer.
but Shuichi should know, right?
Yeah, you would
They're acting
think.
like it's the biggest mystery in the world, and it's like not. It just loops. pretty like normal video game thing.
Yeah, but how many of them have like normal video game experience?
One of them is a cosplayer.
She's also dumb. And also, you have to realize that Kokichi is trying his best to control the flow of discussion. And because he has a lot of charisma and a lot of experience with that, he's able to do so successfully against people that even would be able to reason this normally. So he's kind of throwing a wrench into things.
There's there's a dangerously line when a character crosses from a story driver to a plot device.
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
I also just don't like the way Kokichi's been talking.
How are they connected? Do you know Shuichi?
Ah, well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
What the fuck? What clue is related to the unnatural way the signboard was carried on the river? Well, that would be the noise that we heard. Whatever the fuck that is.
Did you already use the loud noise?
You can use it again.
That's true, I can't use it again. Okay, well, but I don't want to use it this time, apparently. So maybe it was,
there was a noise that...
maybe it was Samugi's account that I want.
made.
Yeah. Samugi, say... Well, she saw me use Avatar through the window, so that could be it. Chapel.
I wonder how that login and error is gonna...
Yeah, I think it's gotta be me, Samugi saying seeing meal. Because I just used this, and it actually has the keyboard voice thing in it. Bless you.
Thank you.
There's something only Mew knew about.
The phone?
Clues related to the unnatural way the slime was carried by the river. Okay, fucking...
Oh, the wall.
Oh, I'm basically just contradicting Shuichi saying fuck you, the wall is related. That would make sense.
This thing.
This is it!
Okay.
You big stupid.
It might have to do
See,
with
even
that only
Kokichi
objects
threw me
can
off.
pass through.
Reminds me of Ace Attorney Answers, where the correct answer is the piece of evidence that works 3 times in a row.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes that does happen, and it's pretty easy to second guess yourself, like, is this the one? But the devil's in the details. So as long as you know, you know.
The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through...
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through. That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
Warp zone! The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
Every time she says it, a warp zone. I love it. That's right, that's the real issue here. How could the signboard pass through the wall but end up on the mansion side? What would explain that?
Leave it to me, Shuichi.
The thing that she just said
will
would
give
explain
you
that?
hints in times of trouble.
Why are we so certain it's not a warp zone?
What?
This is the virtual
Because we're trying to come to a natural conclusion.
all of our common sense.
But there's an asshole in the room.
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Koichi might be onto something there.
For once.
We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focusing on the flow of the river. Signboard teleported. What the fuck? Oh. I guess it could be another signboard.
No, it's the third one.
Is it the third one? They're all worded weird.
Just throw you a bone. It's 11:14. We gotta move.
When it said downstream and upstream, I got confused. It's like, well, they're moving horizontally, not vertically. So what's considered upstream? What's considered downstream? Fuck. I guess I should have just considered it from a flow perspective.
Connected?
Because technically, the flow is downstream, and the reverse of the flow, regardless of the direction, is upstream.
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel. It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
He said it. He said the word loop.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
Wait, in that case...
I got it. I know why Mew only set up one wall.
What are you talking about now?
She only set up one wall because the chapel and the mansion walls are the same.
That's it. The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
The same wall?
It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world.
Oh.
So really the loading point is kind of the edge.
I don't get it.
In a way.
Oh, I get it
The
now.
idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the
Phil,
mansion.
turn around.
Classic Sky moment.
Wait, what the fuck is the point of a loading zone if the whole map is loaded all the time anyway?
To throw you off. Or maybe it needs time to, like, warp you back to the other side of the loop.
Yeah, but if the wall that she added wasn't there, you could just walk from one end of the one side of the loading zone to the other without going through a loading zone. Because it's like a ribbon, the big loop.
Yeah. But maybe, well... Maybe
Unless
the program
replaced a second loading zone.
Or maybe the program... Yeah, that's possible too. I was gonna say maybe it's possible it couldn't handle a ribbon, so it couldn't handle people walking in a cycle like that all the time. Maybe it does need an end and a start somewhere, so that's what the loading point is for.
See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us!
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch!
Oh my god, Kokichi, shut the fuck up.
If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world.
We do for the past 30 minutes.
Secret, huh? I suppose we should clear that up. We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world.
Hangman's Gambit.
I don't like this one.
I don't know how they were wording this.
What is the unique feature of the virtual world?
Rooms loop? Warp zone.
Yeah, with
God.
a couple extra letters.
What's my thing? Not that thing.
Loading zone.
And just shoot a letter to
That
the
thing. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Warp.
World. It's just world loops. This is stupid.
Word world. You guys remember Word World? Bro, Word World.
Word girl.
I'm gonna summon an eldritch dragon by spelling it. Fuck you. Alright, Phil, take a little mini break and look behind you.
He keeps doing it. Look.
It loops.
Loop.
World loops forever. Anthony Fantano. Music forever.
Fuck, I can't find the P.
I can find the P. I just gotta look at my pants.
There you go. Give it. I don't get it.
I don't get it. He doesn't get it. Gavers.
Yes, that's
just
it.
doesn't
The
understand.
virtual
Comedy!
world is a loop. Loop?
Just like in
This seems like a
games,
lot
right?
of exposition
Like,
for a
example,
very simple concept.
Yes, it really is.
when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
A continuous loop.
Thought maybe there was gonna be another Sky moment, but
The virtual world.
A continuous loop. It would have been an active 3 for you to turn around and look, but no. Joke ruined.
If that's
Dogs
true,
wanted to
it would
sleep.
explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream.
God. Wow, that's crazy.
And floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
We never knew that's
What
what
was
would
the world
happen
like
if you
before me added the
threw
wall?
it through the
Actually,
warp zone.
it wasn't
I
the
wonder
wall
if
on
we
the y-axis
explained
at
that
all.
10
And the
times.
axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
wow, crazy.
No,
It's literally not.
That's more extraordinary than even magic.
It's
I know.
At least
really
it's not
not.
a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happened.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? 'Cause we
Logie.
still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
It's because it
Yeah,
was
sound
cut
doesn't go
off.
past the map loading point.
It's not a warp
Actually,
zone.
if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes, but first we need to be clear where the loop starts. Where the loop starts.
Where does it start
Doesn't it
looping?
loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel? Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop.
Where's the loop start, silly?
The loop starts here.
No.
Loop starts here.
No.
Oh,
It's inside the building.
the loop starts inside which building? This building?
I don't think it matters.
No.
Maybe.
I thought the loop started here.
No, you're both wrong. I know what it is.
Does it start in the middle?
Okay, you want to know where? Yes, it starts in the middle.
Okay.
It's right there. This is
Oh,
the
yeah,
part
the
where the
cursor
map was.
changes
Oh,
and
that
it
makes
completes.
sense. So if we weren't rushing past this, I could figure this shit out. But you're all fucking making fun of it, so now I'm like, oh, this is kind of funny. They started talking about things. I'm like, this is easy. I'll get it. You guys pumped up my ego. Thanks.
Philip's doing the thing that I do, where he's avoiding accountability.
What? Okay. So you're saying, you know, never mind. Okay, whatever.
He doesn't know how to touch that on stream. This radioactive ass drop.
He's like connect the world.
I'm just gonna take the L.
But the loading
Yeah, this is literally what I said
actually at the
earlier.
edges.
Look, that's the map. That's what the map is
wall Mia
supposed to
created
be.
wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather, her wall was at the center of the world.
Doesn't it make sense why there's a little drop right here?
Oh, in the pathway. I see. That's kind of cool.
Isn't that cute? It makes sense now.
So the mansion and chapel.
What
were
doesn't
near
make
each
sense is
other,
this
with a wall
forest
between
cutting
them.
off
Well,
immediately.
that might have been Muse editing or something, I suppose.
And any sound emitted near the chapel would
And look,
also
the rocks
reach
line up
mansion.
too.
Yeah.
The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works.
Virtual world works. Virtual world works. Virtual world works.
Impressive, Shuichi!
Can you shut up?
For you to get
fucking
this
hate
far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
For you to get this far, what are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Yes.
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember? Mew also set this trap.
We're no closer to getting who actually
It all
did
began
this.
when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center, which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery. That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
We don't have a culprit yet.
Yeah, this is all just a lot of stalling.
We haven't even hit the
Just
middle
because we found out
point.
the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Like
Monokuma again. No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
This is another
I
situation
can't
where
wait to
like
see what happens next!
Kokichi is Monokuma.
Yeah, or something like that. Because Kokichi's plan here. Definitely prodding at Kaito on purpose. Well, there's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Mew. Doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve, if we can't find the culprit, it would all be for nothing. But I still don't know for sure who it could be. And if Ace Attorney taught me anything, it's that the little mysteries can add up to a big one. Who used Mew's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Mew?
Oh, it's just the halfway. Please?
Please. Guys, we made it. We're going to intermission and we'll continue this next Monday. Hopefully.
Next Monday?
Next Saturday, sorry. I got my days
Well, not
mixed
next
up.
Saturday, because it would be the Saturday after.
The Saturday after next, unless Williams' family things get pushed out
And
again.
then we get
That'd be
to
pretty
play it again.
All right.
Gamers, I'm fucking tired. I gotta say, look how many people chatted today. Alrighty then. Thank you, Munich Gravity Fries. Anime B11037. Don't go throwing that word or that number around. I will murder you. That's just a firewall. Celestial Ludenberg. Thank you all, and also thank you, Cole, for showing up in voice chat. Next time we stream is next Monday with Xenoblade, and then the next Danganronpa should be 2 weeks from now, unless William's family plans fall through.
Monokuma, you sound awfully energetic compared to before. What's going on there?
I finally get to stop.
Oh, you're happy because
I'm gonna
it's the
play
end.
Minecraft now.
You know what? Fair enough.
Remember that bit? You remember how much I love Minecraft?
Yeah, what happened to your Minecraft VTuber bit? What was it? Where did that go?
My computer was not good enough to keep it going.
Oh, well, it is now.
Well, soon. I actually do. That's another thing. If I play more Bomb Rush, I want to upgrade my computer before I continue.
That's fair.
Because for some reason, the modded scene is a little hard on it, which is weird. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Take care.
Hey, Bert.
Bye.